Hey there, listeners. You've clicked play on another episode of the spin-off show here on the Jock and Nerd podcast. On this special episode, I have on Carl Marella. Carl Marella is my CrossFit coach at CrossFit Des Plaines. He's also a former college athlete, as well as a weed connoisseur. So for this podcast, I got to apologize in advance. We did both smoke a little bit for this. Carl smokes way more often, way more often than I ever do. So I'm pretty stoned during this show, and things might not make a lot of sense because I kept losing my train of thought. I hope it's enjoyable for you guys because we do talk about a lot of different things, but it is a stoned conversation. So you've been warned. Now you're checking it out. This is the Jock Spin-Off Show. Carl Marella, what's up?
What's up, Tony? Tony K.
Tony K. That's me. How you doing, man?
Pretty great.
Yeah. Pretty great?
Yeah, pretty great. Yeah. The vitamins flow. You know what I mean?
We might as well just start by saying, so I might be on the moon by the end of this one.
Yeah, you're probably on cloud 24 right now.
I'm feeling a little...
Blasted through 9.
Yeah, right.
All the way, double and above.
What the fuck did we just do? That was some Breaking Bad type shit.
Yeah, I think Tony took his first dab in his life. Just concentrated weed. That's really what it is. Like, we were talking about it before it's like weed poop. You just like press some weed together and some juice comes out, and it's like super concentrated weed.
Did it was there an aftertaste at the end that was nice or something?
Yeah.
What was that?
It's called China Berry. So
yeah, it was nice.
Whatever that means. So like in the weed, there's terpenes which make flavor. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they are. They're like kind of like scientific-y sounding names.
Are we doing bro science like Joe Rogan?
No, this is real. This is for real. This is for real. These terpenes exist. Okay. It's like the flavor in weed when people be like, "Oh, this tastes like gas," or "This tastes like this was like kind of sweet, like citrusy."
Yeah.
So that's where the berry is, and that's what makes that.
That was nice.
Taste kind of sweet. Yeah. Oh, it's so much better than normal cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah, way better because there's no burn. Yeah. There's no burn at all. It's just a little hot little torch, crack pipe looking thing. Blow torch the end of it, and then that
was crazy.
Take off.
I was amazed by you just firing that thing up and then smoking out of a fucking little jar.
Yeah. The funny story about that: the first time that I got this type of like cannabis to use the concentrates, I didn't have pipe yet or like anything to use it. Mm-hmm. But I knew that it was like you had to vaporize it. So I was in my house. I took a butter knife.
Okay.
And I heated it up on the stove.
Oh, God.
So it became red hot.
Yeah.
And then I took a fork or a chopstick or something and took like the end of it and took a little piece of the wax off, the concentrate off, and put it on the end of the butter knife and like tried to inhale the vapor that came off of that because I had no...
Did it work?
Oh yeah, absolutely it worked. It absolutely worked. I had done dabs like a couple times in my life, and so I just finally got my hands on some, and then so that took me to the moon. Kind of probably how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling all right so far.
Good. That's good.
I'm feeling feel good.
All right, I like to hear that. Then I might have been feeling a little bit more crazy.
Is this like the stuff we just did? Does this like hit you harder or like what? I don't. How do you know?
It's. I don't know. I mean, it's more about like the moderation of it. Like if you try and attack it like you do like normal, like if you were to smoke a bowl or something,
right?
It's gonna trash you. Yeah. But if you're like I said, I'm good with helping people who haven't like done it, whatever, to keep it within a good range and not be an asshole and send you to the fucking stratosphere, whatever. Then it's okay. Yeah. You just got to be cool with it because it's way more potent.
But so it's just everyone has a different level. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, everyone definitely has a different level.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, it'd be hard for that to be the first thing that you like do if you had never done it before. You're like, hey, I wanna use pot. It's 2020 now. Right. Everything's all good everywhere. Like, That would be tough to start with because you'd need a really small amount to not feel like you're going bonkers.
How long you been smoking? If you don't mind me asking.
The first time, sorry, Mom, probably was like the first time I just dabbled in it or whatever would probably been 16 years old.
Okay.
Whatever, just like a high school kid or whatever. Some friends, whatever, you use like an apple, right? And poke a couple holes in it. Yeah, load it up top. Good to go, walking around the park. Throw the apple around, break it. Dispose of the evidence. But I watched a documentary in college and that kind of like got me into it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's called The Union, the business behind getting high.
Is that on Netflix or something?
I don't know if it is anymore.
Okay.
It was for a while. I watched that and immediately I was like, well, anybody want to go get some of this stuff so we can have some fun? Because I was like the brainwashed kid. Like I thought that if I just did like when I did that, I remember it was, I don't know, it was somewhere around before in the summer or whatever, going into like football camp like a week or two before. And like, I was just so out of shape in general, but I thought that did it. And I thought I was going to get cancer and all these different things from smoking pot. And so I thought it just made me out of shape. And then I watched this film that was like, yo, this stuff just like isn't really bad. And you were kind of lied to. And I was like, well, would you look at that? I guess it's time to change the tune. Yeah.
And you're, what, 25 now? 24?
27.
27.
I just, 27, August 7th. Turned 27.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Even though, what is it, been 15 days? I greeted you happy birthday on your birthday.
Yeah, you did.
Good,
you did.
So it's 11 years. But now you say you're medically, you have it?
Yeah. I have a thing for TBI, for traumatic brain injury, was like the thing that was like the diagnosis just through the just concussion stuff, or whatever, and that fell under that category.
So that level, they're like you.
I mean, like it's my wife gets super mad when I talk about it or whatever because she doesn't think there's anything wrong with me, and like there isn't anything super wrong with me. I just wanted to not get in trouble for smoking pot,
right,
or whatever. But the fact that I've had concussions basically every year of my life from playing football, it's I mean, there's got to be at least some sort of issue going on or whatever. Because I mean, aside from using cannabis, sometimes you just forget your sentences or like different things like that, where I tell people about the different stuff or like the symptoms that I had and all that. And it's like, yeah, you definitely had a lot of concussions in your life,
right?
Whatever. But like only a few, there was like 3 documented though.
Ooh. Well, that's football though, right?
Yeah,
like
that's just football, man. Like I played that.
Through it.
Yeah, dude, I played it from the time that I would flag football from like 5 or 6 years old. And then I played football in college until I was like, sophomore. I played my sophomore season, then did camp, and then didn't finish out the season. My junior year of college.
Yeah, football. I mean, all that stuff that comes out now. Well, it's been out for a while about the fucking injuries and CTE and all that.
It's definitely a little creepy, to be honest. Like the CTE thing, like I don't know. I never watched that movie Concussion.
I haven't either.
Or whatever, just because I played football and I don't know. I was a smaller guy all the time, and that's kind of like how I felt about it or felt about myself. But like, I just wanted to hit people, dude. I loved hitting people. It was so much fun.
What position?
When I was little, I played linebacker. I was a running back. I did everything when I was little. It was just youth football, or whatever. And then in high school, I played corner, and then in college, I played corner.
Nice.
Whenever I didn't get to hit people as much.
Yeah, corner you don't get to hit as much.
No, not as much. But I mean, just being smaller, like I was just always getting beat up anyways. But I loved it.
Right.
Whatever. Like this time of the year, as it gets kind of like closer to fall.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You start to feel the itch again.
You get that.
Yeah.
Dude, you feel football. I was texting my brother about it, man. Like you wake up, it's a little cooler in the morning, just smells like football, bro. It smells like you're supposed to work hard right now. You're supposed to be doing that.
Like football.
Oh, bro. It does. It smells like football. It's a weird thing. I just did it for over half my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And now you're CrossFit coaching and smoking weed.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Definitely doing both of those things. But, I mean, CrossFit coaching is awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever. The CrossFit aspect or whatever kind of just came about through like, trying different things, whatever, as far as going through school. Cause I did a bunch of like working out and all that sort of stuff, just through college. And that was my degree, health, fitness, and recreation. And like the whole time I wasn't really like sure if I wanted to do personal training or if I wanted to like train athletes or if I wanted to be just like what I wanted to do with it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just started doing personal training,
Right.
whatever. So I started training people, doing all that, and then I got kind of like real lazy after after college ended because I was just trying to just work and do all that sort of stuff, find my rhythm and just all these different things.
Sure.
And I got some weights, started following CrossFit.com, and then I said, okay, it's cold. I'll go to a CrossFit gym just for a little bit, and then I just never left.
Yeah.
Never left. Yeah, never stopped doing CrossFit outside of a CrossFit gym.
So anyone that can't ever see Carl, he basically looks like a CrossFit like Jesus with the long hair.
The long hair, yeah. I definitely got long hair. I need to get it cut. It's
why?
long, just a little bit, you know.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just a little uneven, you know. Yeah, but
How long are you going to keep the long hair?
dude, I ask
long has
myself
this been
that all the time.
How long has this been a thing?
Pretty much right after I graduated college.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've had long hair. I'm sure like you, I'm sure there's a lot of people that literally don't know me without long hair.
Right.
And dude, my whole life, I had like buzz cuts, short hair, like all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I tried to grow my hair out like a little bit, but it would just get super poofy. And then just being at school, just like people making fun of you or whatever, not going through and just didn't do it. And then got out of there. No one made fun of me. I put on some headbands and I was in the fitness world. It was kind of like a thing in the 2010s, 2014s. And, so I just, got the balls to grow it out. Then I had, your boy that cuts all the Filipino hair.
Oh, Carlo.
Yeah. He made the first lineup or whatever, did
Yeah.
the work. Dude, it was the longest haircut of my life.
Really?
Oh, it was an unbelievable haircut.
Yeah.
God, it's the longest haircut. I had so much hair. Oh my gosh, on the sides.
Yeah.
Never, because it was as long as it is up top.
Right.
For that. And yeah, he lined it up, and then I've just been able to take care of it ever since. And that was like a while ago, probably 2 years ago, something like that.
Was that 2 years ago?
Year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I remember you getting the cut.
Oh, yeah.
Coming into the gym.
Oh, yeah, man. It was fresh. Super fresh. Hadn't been that lined up.
Yeah, so he looks like CrossFit Jesus. He coaches at our box, right? Your box,
Yeah.
whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Our gym.
Yeah.
At CrossFit Des Plaines.
Yeah, there you go.
What the fuck?
Attaboy,
I'm on
there
the
it
move
is.
right now.
Yeah,
So-
there you go.
Yeah, you've been coaching. Do you do anything else, or is it just full time?
CrossFit coaching CrossFit is definitely just in general, the gym is my full-time gig. I got lucky enough to get into that situation. I mean, I worked for quite a while to try and make that happen. But yeah, I coach at the gym full time and I do personal training. And then, in a sense, you could say, I mean, I look at it this way. Maybe it's selfish, maybe it's narcissistic. I don't know, but I work out, I guess in a sense, like as part of the job. I think CrossFit's kind of one of those things where, if you're not walking the walk and you can't talk the talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely couldn't be in there and a huge dude that's out of shape that can't do any of the movements.
Yeah,
Coaching
no,
would
it's
be real bad.
and I mean, it might be bad to say, but it's also not, right? Because you have to give the clients the best product possible, and if you're not,
well, they have to trust you too.
yeah, there you go, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, right? So I think part of that is integral to what I do also. So I consider that part of my job. Is it technically, I mean, it's not technically part of my job. I'm not technically getting paid to do that, whatever, but I have to do that.
Right.
Whatever, you know what I mean? I get to do that, and then I have to do that.
Right.
It's just something that goes into the job.
Are you still getting better, like PRs and more efficient and faster?
I'd say I am. I mean, I've always got this knee issue that limits my confidence squatting. I don't know if it actually does or whatever, but I don't feel good squatting because my left knee hurts sometimes. But other than that, yeah, man, absolutely. I'm definitely getting better. The aerobic work is kind of like been my Achilles heel forever.
Really?
With I mean, honestly, just not being as strong or in shape as really good people. But yeah, the overall PR train is not something that I worry about, though.
Really?
In that sense, yeah.
PR, personal record.
Yeah,
right?
personal record,
For those that
whatever.
don't know.
Yeah. The weights are cool or whatever, but I don't feel good squatting. I don't know if it actually does or whatever, but I don't feel good squatting because my left knee hurts sometimes. But other than that, yeah, man, absolutely. I'm definitely getting better. The aerobic work is kind of like been my Achilles heel forever. With I mean, honestly, just not being as strong or in shape as really good people. But yeah, the overall PR train is not something that I worry about, though.
Really?
In that sense, yeah. it was more like a couple of years ago, more 2.5, 3 years ago, I was very interested in trying to just do the absolute heaviest weight possible that I could, or whatever, and trying to push that every time it said, 1 by 1,
right,
or whatever, to try and get to a single. And like, I think that landed me where I am, where I had to get, a year ago or whatever, I had to get an MRI on my shoulder, like my left knee's killing me all the time and stuff. Like, I think going for those big weights was kind of damning in a sense, or whatever. But now, like, I just try and push like higher percentages for consistency or whatever, and be able to do like, never miss a 300-pound clean and jerk. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where my PR is 330 pounds, so 300 pounds is still fucking heavy or whatever, but it's definitely not your max, but a lot of people miss that weight. Right. So being able to do that sort of stuff, and then that also leaves me with very little pain. But yeah, I mean, as far as like CrossFit goes though, like WODs, like, oh man, still killing myself doing all that. That's still what it's about for me, or whatever, doing the aerobic work and having the intensity. I think that's something you can never really lose if you're going to be a CrossFit coach. You can hate doing it, but we all hate doing it, So,
I absolutely hate doing those.
Yeah. I mean, I look at workouts all the time and I go, well, I know that I can't do this as fast as a lot of people, and I'm going to feel even worse than they do, and I'm going slower. So just suck it up with being a little bitch and just go work out, because it'll eventually end, That's that's definitely how I attack a lot of that aggressive work.
Workouts, man. Some of those workouts, I look at them before coming into the gym, I'm just going, fuck myself. Like, this is going to fucking suck. Like, anything that is like full range of motion where you have to like squat, I'm all out on that, man.
I agree with you on the squatting stuff.
Short range of motion workouts are all my jam. It could be just like deadlifts and handstand push-ups. I love it. Yeah.
Okay. I love deadlifts. I don't love handstand push-ups, but I can do them if they're quick. Yeah. That's fine. But yeah, man, I like the higher skill goofy stuff in CrossFit or whatever. Like, I like trying to do, something I did the other day was, touch and go rope climbs. So like, instead of, you do a rope climb, you go to the top, instead of just going down to the bottom and then just jumping back up or whatever, you just don't take your hands off the rope. You just touch your feet and just go right back up, and doing like 3 of those in a row. Cause I saw somebody do it on Instagram. So I was like, oh, that seems pretty cool. And then I failed it a bunch of times, and then eventually got it, doing that sort of stuff, like muscle ups. Now that I got those back after my shoulders healed up, doing, just all that different, like high skill stuff, I guess. Heavy, like
I'm laughing because you lost your train of thought there for a second.
Totally went away. I was trying to think of like higher skill stuff that I like doing, like practicing ring handstand push-ups, whatever. My coaches had me do some of that, whatever. Not on high rings, whatever, but like off to the side on some lower rings, just flipping upside down, controlling myself going down, pressing out of that. Like, that stuff's really fun. I like doing that. Handstand walks. I threw a temper tantrum at the gym the other day because I couldn't do something that I was trying to walk over an obstacle. Whatever.
Well, they've been doing that, right, in the games?
Yeah, exactly. And I can do that. I've done it before. And I couldn't do it the other day or whatever. And I was throwing plates. I was being a total bitch about it.
Were you by yourself?
No, there was a whole class there. Nice. Yeah, it was great through. Yeah, it was good way to lead by example. That was not great. But like, I do like doing that stuff or whatever. I don't really like doing, like 10 sets of 10 like front squats. That sucks. Oh god, that sounds so fucking terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah, like we had to do Grace 30 clean and jerks for time, whatever. People love doing that, dude. It's fast. Whatever. For me, it's less than 2 minutes. Like, it's the shortest thing. I just fucking hate doing that. Yeah. Like, it just sucks. I hate cycling barbell. I'd rather do something just with it a little bit more exciting, that's not just kill yourself in less than 2 minutes.
Are you still, what the fuck was I going to say? Are you still like treating your body like you're competing all the time? Like, are you watching what you eat and sleeping and all that, like all the stuff that goes into being a healthy person?
I had a quarter pounder with cheese last night.
Nice.
And a large fry.
Nice.
But yeah, I did do that. But the like recovery work, I go to a chiropractor twice a week or whatever. And he helps me with my knee, my back, my shoulders, all that sort of stuff. So in that sense, yeah, I definitely get a lot of care done. Nutrition wise, I just eat as much protein as I can. Like, I try and eat at least, I don't know, 2 pounds of just beef or whatever a day, plus I have this I tell people all the time, I have this morning shake. I've been drinking it for like 4 years, like now. Like, Every morning, without fail, except for Sundays. It's do you want the exact ingredients? Yes. Okay, yeah. It's I put it in a 40 ounce, like they're the biggest blender bottles that they got, and it's 120 grams of oatmeal. Okay. 2 servings of peanut butter, which is like 4 tablespoons, something like that. Then I put 5.5 to 6 ounces of strawberries and banana in it. And then I put 12 ounces of egg whites and then top it off with some water. Okay. And then I blend it up in the Ninja. And then I put it in the fridge and it sits for 8 hours while I sleep and good to go every single morning.
Why that?
Because it gets me a lot of like nutrition or whatever. There's it's like 120 grams of carb. It's like, I don't know, it's like 40 grams of fat or whatever, and like 60 or 70 grams of protein, whatever. So like I just have to start. If I don't do that, I'll lose weight.
Oh, are you a hard gainer?
Oh yeah.
What do you weigh right now?
Just walking around, probably 183 to 185.
Oh, shit. You look bigger.
Yeah, dude. I tell people all the time, I'm the tallest short guy you've ever met or whatever, and then I'm the lightest heavy guy you've ever seen. Right. Whatever. I look like Molly's, my wife, she played volleyball in college, and one of the first time that I met like all of those volleyball girls or whatever, like in person, like hanging out with them and Molly or whatever, they were all like, man, I thought you were over 6 foot. I was like, oh, I thought all of you were really nice. So that's cool, you know?
Well, you got long legs.
Yeah, long legs and long arms. Yeah. Like when Molly and I sit in the car or whatever, her torso is like taller than mine.
Really?
Or whatever. Oh, yeah, or whatever. Jeez. But I mean, I've got like a 6'4" wingspan, 5'10", whatever. Like that's it, you know? Right. So like, I don't know. Kind of just a bummer. But yeah, definitely the...
So you have to eat a ton.
Yeah,
just to
maintain. Getting to like I've gained probably 15 pounds since I left college in 2014. That's it.
Wow.
And like I've been trying the whole time to gain weight for all those years.
Really? Even now?
Oh yeah. 100% of the time, all the time. I'm never trying to lose weight. Like hardly ever. Hardly ever. I can't think of. It's actually the last time I tried to lose weight. I didn't try or whatever that I lost weight was like when I did like the paleo zone diet for CrossFit, like when I started CrossFit out. You
were trying to lose weight?
I don't know if I was trying to lose weight. I was just trying to do the, like, experience the CrossFit stuff because I was so new to it. I hadn't done it much. So, and that was like the diet that they push. Yeah, zone, paleo mix type thing.
Well, do you think though, like, let's say you weren't doing CrossFit, but you were working out and eating as much as you do, you'd definitely gain weight, right?
No.
You don't think so?
No, dude.
I feel like CrossFit burns so much.
It does, but I've always just, like, when I was like, when I stopped playing football, I wasn't working out that much or whatever, and I really wasn't eating that much either, but I like, my arms just get real small or whatever, and then I just get like this, like, little lower belly fat or whatever. Like, that's really, like, that's, if I did not work out, if I was just a normal person, just didn't care about anything, just ate whatever, just walked around, I would have these little toothpick arms or whatever, and just like a nice little
pouch,
nice little belly. Yeah. Oh yeah, super dad bod.
Yeah.
I think no chest.
I get, actually, my body kind of resorts to the same thing too. If I don't work out, I'll get like a little skinny, like a little skinny fat belly, and then just be super lanky.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
That's for sure. Although I didn't get long, I guess, like limb wise until like senior year of like college, senior year of college, like. Or really? Sorry, high school. Sorry, high school. Whatever. I was tiny, bro. Like I was going into high school. I cut a couple pounds. Like I never actually like wrestled. I just like wrestled, and then I goofed up my knee and stopped wrestling my freshman year. But the first meet that I was going to cut for, or to like compete at, I was going to cut and go to like 119 or 121 or whatever it was. Dude, I was.
How small were you?
I was like probably 5'4", whatever, 5'3", 5'4", like 120 pounds. Whatever, and then I played outside linebacker on the freshman football team.
Jesus Christ, just getting whacked.
Yeah, I was probably a little heavier playing football, but like just all the stuff with wrestling, I probably lost a little bit of weight. But I was small, bro. I remember that. That was strange. Yeah, and then I was slow too. I was slow, dude. I was not fast. I ran like a goofball. My legs went out to the side and stuff. And then I woke up one day. I don't know if it was the end of sophomore year of high school. Yeah, like kind of the sophomore year of high school. That sort of thing. And I was just fast. It was weird. I went from like not being able to run under a 5 second 40. Right. And then sophomore year comes around and I ran like a 4.8 and I was like, whoa, how'd this happen? I didn't do anything.
Your body just like caught up to you.
Yeah, I just figured it out. Yeah, I grew a couple inches. I was like 5'6", 5'7", something like that. And then broke my collarbone my junior year of high school. That was a shame. A week before the first game at the
it's not even start of the season.
Didn't even make it. Didn't even make it. The week before, we had this big fucking gigantic kid that played tight end. He was like 6'6". He had to have been 270 pounds. He's gigantic. And I went to go just take his legs out to not get destroyed, and somebody tackled him over the top, and I fell on my side, and I was like, man, my back really cracked or whatever. And then I kind of like reached up to my shoulder to rub it or whatever, and there was a real big bump. And I was like, hey, I think I broke my collarbone. And then they're like, hey, broke his collarbone. I had to run off the field, and then my junior season was gone.
Jeez.
Yeah, that sucked.
How beat up is your fucking body from football and all that?
I mean, honestly, not too bad.
Really?
Like, it's really not. I mean, my collarbone sticks up a ton or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I would imagine that my knees aren't better from running around on like shitty fields my whole life,
right?
Whatever. Because I never played on turf like anywhere. It was always just grass fields.
But turf is better.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just
the synthetic turf.
Yeah, with the rubber chips and all that or whatever. Yeah, or whatever. And then just it's more consistent too, right?
Right.
Like it's not like grass where shit. Like especially a practice field.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. I played Division III football, bro. I was not at Oklahoma or fucking Illinois. Like I was not doing something like that. It was Division III football.
Illinois.
Yeah. Hey, if I played at Illinois, I would have been a much better athlete than I am. I can tell you right now than I am right now. Whatever. I was not that great at football.
No.
I just liked football a lot.
It was fun.
It was fun, man. It was great. Just like I said, I just like hitting people. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Going back to CrossFit though. So like, remember when you were trying to get into was it regionals?
Yeah, I guess yeah. I guess that was a thing at one point.
That was a thing, and then CrossFit pulled your dreams out from under you, right?
I guess. I think my dreams were a little bit delusional.
You didn't think so?
No, bro. I'm just not strong enough. I thought I was gonna get strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just thought I was, and I believed it, and I worked hard and all that, but I don't know. I just didn't get strong enough quick enough. I mean, I'm never gonna stop trying to get strong.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I think that's, I don't know. I feel like people have an issue with that sometimes or whatever, like, oh, I got this goal. It's like, yeah, great, cool, celebrate, but what's your next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's always my thing. Mm-hmm. So I'll never stop trying that, but like, I'm just, in my opinion, I'm just not strong enough to be at that, like, highest level or whatever.
So before they switched it up, explain for people, like, what is regionals in comparison to like the overall competition?
Regionals, again, regionals is gone. So in CrossFit, there was the open, which everybody could do. It literally did not matter who you were. If you paid CrossFit $20, they'll let you be in it, right? And then out of that, what used to be the top 20 or 30, depending on where you lived, however many number, people would go to this thing called regionals, and there was like 8 of them or 10 of them like around the world, something like that. And that gave you your people that went to the CrossFit Games.
Right.
And the people that go to the CrossFit Games are used to be the top 40 men and women from those regions.
What is that? How is it different now?
Now there's a lot of different things. Now there's like sanctionals in place of this regionals that we're talking about, which can qualify you for the game. This open thing can qualify you for the games. You can get a wild card thing. There's a lot. They got rid of the regionals thing. Mm-hmm. Long story short, they got rid of the regionals thing, and now there's a bazillion different ways. And then there's 150 men and women that go now instead of 40.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
was this summer the first year?
Yeah,
they did
this was the first year that they did that, and then
150.
Yeah, and then they had one event to start it, and that was called the first cut, and that's what it did. Cut the field. The first time they cut the field, and then they cut it down to 75.
What was the first event?
They did 4 rounds, and they did it as fast as they could do it. So 4 time of a 400-meter run, 3 legless rope climbs to I think a 20-foot thing. It might be 15, but 15 or 20-foot thing, and then 7 squat snatches at 185 pounds for the guys and 125 for the ladies. Or 135 for the ladies.
And they cut like half of it right off the bat.
If there was 150 people, it would have been half, but I don't know how many there were, but to 75, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Are they getting the best people now, though, still?
Yeah, for sure.
Still getting the best.
Out of 150, you definitely, the best people are in there, right?
Right. What I'm saying is it like watered down now?
I mean, if you ask a lot of people, and I mean, you would have to, most people would probably agree that like being a CrossFit Games athlete means less, right? Because there's more than 3 times as many people there, right? So in that way, yeah, I guess like it's different. Yeah, it's different. I don't know if you're that good though. Like you're still making it. You're back to where you were for the most part. There's no way like if you're top 40 from previous years that you wouldn't make, like you'd still have an opportunity to make. Yeah, if you were top 40, there's a pretty good chance you went back to the CrossFit Games, or you had at least had a chance to. Yeah, for sure. Now, as far as eliminating them and the way that the process went, was the 10 people that they had out there for the majority, or I guess the majority of the time. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. But like, it's also kind of hard to say because like a lot of people could make a push. At least if they would have had 20 people, a lot more people could have jumbled up the leaderboard. But I mean, for what it was and what it had to be, I mean, it was a good show. I don't know if it was. Did you go up there? No, I didn't. Usually I do. Whatever the excuse I used this year was, I just don't know what it's going to be, so I didn't want to go. But like, I don't know. I kind of was bummed I didn't go up to Madison. Yeah, it's a fun time. It's really cool. Is it? To be honest, yeah, it's awesome. I really like it, and I always get the stadium pass to go in and watch the Coliseum events, which are like the bigger, ones. More like the spectacle, which is what the point of the top 10 was, to put those people on display and make it a good show for those people. And they did a really good job of that. But like, again, I don't know if that was the fittest people. Yeah. But the fittest people definitely won. Was Frazier win again? Yeah. Matt Frazier and Tia Toomey, they're the people everybody wanted to win. Or not wanted to win, but expected. Yeah, thought would win. How long is Frazier going to be able to keep this up? How many years in a row has he won? This was his 4th, so he tied Rich Froning. Right. So I'd say he's got to. I mean, he's going to go. He's just not going to stop. I can't even put a guess on it. Like, yeah, I can't. He's just not. There's no reason for him to stop. It's kind of like Tom Brady. He's like, I just don't like why. Right. No one's hurting me. I'm just going to keep getting Super Bowl rings. Is he getting paid too? Like, Matt? Shit tons of money now. I mean, is he like a millionaire? Through exercise paychecks alone, probably not. But through he's a Nike sponsored athlete. Like he's got a bazillion sponsors. He's the fittest man on earth. So he definitely makes enough money to do whatever the fuck he wants. And he just works out just from working out. Yeah. Well, I'm saying like, and he's probably just investing all that money in himself to get better. Yeah, a lot of it. Does a lot of that, man. Yeah, and he's not stupid either. I mean, he's like he's some sort of engineer in some capacity or whatever. His parents were Olympians. Like, he's got a pretty good ride. Is he still like 32, 33? Is he still? I don't even know if he's 30. Really? I don't even think he is, to be honest. Yeah, I think he might be like in his late 20s. Bro, I want to say he's 28 or 29. Yeah. I don't know that for sure. So but there's a good chance he'll be doing it for. I would look it up, but my fingers are feeling real tingly right now, so I don't want to move. I'm proud of you. I'm feeling like light in my fingers. Light in your fingers? Yeah. Like, wow, that's a new one. I usually just get heavy eyes. Feels like my eyes are super crazy. Yeah. That's what I feel like I've like lost weight in my hands. Whoa. Dude. It's like a nice feeling though. It's like light. That's awesome. I'm glad we could supply that. What the hell did we smoke again? China berry concentrate, bro. China berry concentrate. Butter. Yeah, it was. I mean, it looks like goop. Yeah, that's what it is, dude. It's goop. It's that stuff's like the butter. It's like I don't even know. Like what's that like sand they put on like videos? It's like satisfying that they cut. You know what I mean? No. Like the on videos. Are you talking about like videotapes? No. Like on a video, like on Instagram or YouTube or something. It's like the videos that are like satisfying, like right. Where they like cut like sand. It's like wet sand that they like chop. Bro, have you seen that before? And they put like the sound up to it, and it's like, huh? Like it's really like goes through real nice. Like, oh yeah, it's it's kind of like that. It's really nice to work. I don't know. It's like wet sand if you were to compact it together. That's kind of like what it's like, whatever, but a little bit more dense. Yeah, that's what it's like. And that's like the best stuff. I like that consistency because of the way I use it. Whenever there's stuff that's like super runny, there's stuff that's literally like you can pull it and it'll snap. It's called pull and snap. The other one's diamonds and sauce. Just looks cool. It's just like little chunks. It's a cool name. Yeah, it looks like if you get one like the diamond by itself, kind of looks like crack rock, like a real clear crack rock. Wow. It's good for you. Is it? So what's the difference? Is this? I've heard like people talk about
when they're smoking weed, like indica or sativa?
These are indicas. So like
what's the difference again?
Everyone said, if you ever look it up, people usually tell you indica's couch, which means it's like heavy.
Right.
Whatever sativa's like, woo, I want to go do something.
Right.
Like that's kind of like that. And like you could be smoking an indica, whatever. And then if you hit a sativa or whatever, you'll kind of like your hands, depending on what it is, your hands will kind of go, your feet will be like, hey, let's walk.
Really?
Like, let's go do something.
So people do sativa to like go out maybe.
Yeah. That'd be like a morning thing if you were into that sort of stuff or whatever. I don't smoke in the morning. I do not need that or whatever. But, that would be if someone were looking for that and they didn't want to drink coffee or something, like that'd definitely be an okay option for sure. Cause you don't get like super spaced out. You're super focused, that sort of thing. Yeah. It's like a cup of coffee. I don't like buying them. I don't really buy them, whatever, because I'd rather feel heavy and go to sleep, whatever, because that's really like what it is, to relax, be cool, just like not get too geeked out. I don't need that.
Yeah, so I'm back. Sorry, I had to pee there. We were just watching videos of melting sand or kinetic sand.
Kinetic sand, bro.
Which you were trying to convince me was something on Instagram, and now I'm looking at it. And I was fucking mesmerized by this shit.
Yeah, it's real deal. It's absolutely real deal.
You just found it on Instagram?
Yeah, dude. It was on like I don't like the Explore page as much. I like the IGTV Explore page. Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Like the suggestions that it has for that.
Yeah.
And that's like the stuff will come up on it. Whatever. Because it's like they'll have like over a minute of it. Just like going all in a row. I love it.
Dude, this is exactly like the conversation I imagined we would have being high.
That's awesome.
I don't know if it's going to be entertaining for anyone else other than me and you, but
hey, that doesn't matter.
I do this for me anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're here to hang out, bro. Do you do the IGTV? Do you watch IGTV videos,
bit, yeah.
Bro? I love watching videos of people make drinks, whatever, and like make coffee, like barista videos, bro. I can't stop watching them.
How is that?
I have absolutely no idea in any way, shape, or form. I just can't stop watching people just like do like make that sort of stuff, whatever. I couldn't find videos of people like squeezing out the like concentrate or whatever, like on like a bunch of like IGTV videos, because it is super satisfying. It just like drips out like syrup, whatever, and you just see it being pressed. Like, oh my god, and then just feels so good. It just feels so good.
Like that's going to be awesome to smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But if I were to go like to a like a bar and those people do make that long to make me a drink, I'd probably be kind of pissed. But I like the videos on Instagram. They're sweet.
Of baristas making coffee.
Yeah, coffee, like cocktails.
Are you watching this sober?
No. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
This is end of the night. We're just trying to figure out how much tank left we got left in the tank before sleep happens. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
If you do this, can you like? So you said you get like eyes heavy.
Yeah.
Can you fall? Like if you wanted to, you could fall asleep right away.
Not like. I mean, I can just do that in general because I wake up at before 5 a.m. just every day, whatever, and that's just I'm just inherently like tired like that, whatever. But if I were to be like, I don't know, like on a like a trip or something, and I weren't to have brought anything with me or whatever, I would definitely have trouble sleeping. Then I would definitely have trouble sleeping. But
you're a morning guy, or do you just do that because of CrossFit coaching?
I'm not really a morning person. In college, I used to sleep till like 11 o'clock all the time and just be a bum. But
today I slept till noon.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That like kind of like breaks my heart. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I slept till 7:58 today, and that is the latest I have slept. Recent memory. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's super, super, super late, bro. That's super late. 12 o'clock. I literally cannot imagine sleeping until 12 o'clock because I have to be asleep by like 9:30 every night, pretty much all the time.
So you make sure to go to bed that early.
Oh yeah, bro. I go to bed like
Is it because you're tired, or you're just like I have to?
I have no choice. So like, if like the back to CrossFit, the like coaching thing for sure is acting. Like it really is. The teaching of the class itself or whatever is a total performance. You're doing like an hour of, and this isn't in a bad way, you're being fake, right? You have to just be in front of
Yeah, you're
on, bro. Like you have to have answers for everything all the time, and there's literally no script except for the fact that we have to do these couple of things written on a board.
Right.
You know, so like if you want to be good at that, you got to like take your shit like super fucking seriously. And if you're not getting sleep, like you're not going to be good at whatever you do. Like that's just how it is. You have no choice. You know what I mean? So if you're dragging ass all the time and you're the people like, and people show up and pay a lot of money per month to just see you every day, whatever, like you literally owe it to them to be awesome. So like, if
this
I'm
isn't like Planet Fitness where people are
no,
paying
bro,
$10,
no,
yeah.
at least, I mean, I'm sure some people treat it that way. Like, you know, that's fine. But if it's their life, they're fucking up for sure.
Right.
You know, like I don't know. I just found CrossFit and like I just give a huge fuck about it. Like, and all the people that come in and like all this other stuff, like it's not like another gym where like, you're like, hey, come to my class. If I get 20 people, I get paid $10 extra. Like it, like that sort of shit where like, no, like these people come in and it's like a genuine, like little family.
Right.
And I'm the nucleus of the family.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? So,
And you have to deal with the fact that like different skill levels, age levels,
everything, bro.
gender, obviously.
Anything that you could imagine as far as someone being in shape to out of shape to if you think about just the fittest person you know, they could be in my class because I'm probably fitter than that person that you know,
right?
Whatever, and I'm there, whatever. To like somebody who literally just got off the couch and this is their second week. Right. You know what I mean? All those people
and
are in there.
You have to make that person feel comfortable.
Yeah,
too,
and I gotta
just
make
as comfortable as the guy that's like super fit.
That's it. And I gotta make basically like everybody love everybody. Everybody's got to be nice to everybody. Everybody's got to be cool. Like it's not nobody's stepping on toes. Like, hey, this is my spot. This is what I do. All that shit. Like, no. Right. You know what I mean? Got to make it all work. So, like to me, sleep is like the number one thing for that. And if I'm
you're getting
seven about 7 hours, 7.5 hours, that's pretty good. Like and I do that all the time though. Like some people are like, oh man, I got that last night versus they usually get like, 5, 6.5, 5, 7.5. Like, oh, I feel so refreshed. It's like, no, I'm doing that all the time because all those extra hours add up throughout your year. You know what I mean? Like if I'm getting an extra half hour of sleep on top of somebody at the end of the week, I've got, how many extra hours of sleep. Right. So that plays a huge role in what you're talking about, like with the recovery and being able to perform and being able to do all that sort of stuff. The sleep is like pretty much number one.
I usually get about 7 or 8, and like even 7 or 8 people are like, wow, you get 7 or 8? That's a lot. And I'm like,
it's just what you should get.
Well, it's first off, it is what you should get. Like people underestimate sleep all the time.
Big time.
But for me, my ideal amount of sleep is like 9 or 10 hours.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
I'm a baby, dude.
Dude, that's
I can go 10.
That's so crazy. My brother can do that. Yeah. My wife can do that.
But if I get less than like 8, I feel it.
Yeah.
Like less than 8, like 7 for you, which you're saying 7's pretty good.
Right.
For me, 7, I'm like, fuck, I'm dragging.
A little groggy, huh? Damn, that's tough.
I know.
That's super tough. I mean, as long as I'm between 7 and 8, I don't have anxiety. Like I'm cool. It's good. Everything's just flowing. Whatever. If I'm under 7, if I look over and I'm rolling into bed, just brushing my teeth, going into bed, and it says 9:45, I'm like, fuck.
Tomorrow's gonna suck.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do coffee. I'm gonna have to try and get a nap in the middle of the day for 20 minutes, like that sort of thing. Like it just, like my brain tells me to do that.
Full like REM sleep the entire time? Do you wake up in the middle of the night?
I've never tracked my sleep ever. I have no idea.
But do you ever like wake up in the middle of the night? Or are you like,
oh yeah,
out the whole
yeah.
night?
No, I would say pretty much every night I wake up once, go and pee. I'm good.
Okay, that's normal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do that too.
At least I think it is.
It's been my normal my entire life.
2 peas in a pot over here.
But I feel like there's people that can sleep the entire fucking night.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, how does your bladder hold up?
I don't know, dude. It's pretty incredible. I don't know how people do it, but I also drink do you do a casein? Like, do you a protein shake before bed? Yeah. See, that's part of it too. You're putting a pound of water in your belly right before you go to bed.
I do that. Yeah, I do protein shakes like 3 times a day. So I do
2.
You're 2?
2. I do a mix of the the gym. It's called post wad. Whatever. It's just got carbs in it. Right. Whatever. So it's per scoop. It's 10 carb, 10 protein. 2 scoops of that and 1 scoop of the whey after my workouts. And then
you don't do anything during the workout?
Nah. No. Whatever. I don't need it. I'm good because I've got that morning shake, bro. I'm getting mad carbs, dog. And then at night I do 2 scoops of the casein because if you actually weigh it out, if you do 2 like solid scoops, it only equals 1.5 actual like scoop.
Really?
Scoops, yeah. Because I used to weigh shit like crazy. Like I'd weigh my protein powders because the scoops. If you actually do scoops, you'll always look at it almost say 1 heaping scoop because if you do a level 1, it's less than a full serving. Check your shit out, dog.
What the fuck?
Yeah, public service announcement.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You're not weighing your food anymore.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't do it anymore.
I think Cheryl's might still do it. I don't know.
don't know if she does. I'm sure she weighs, to be honest with you. I would imagine she weighs, but not as much as she used to.
Yeah.
But I was religious.
Really?
Religious about weighing stuff for 2 or 3 years, whatever. And now I don't need to measure it. I just know how much I need because I was so like, it wasn't like, I tracked it like, through the week and then I didn't do whatever. Like I tracked every single thing that went into my body for a while. Like,
because you were trying to like get.
Yeah, this is where I was feeling like that was the only way I was going to be able to gain weight and stay on track and whatever. And then I just eventually got tired of it. And then I just learned how much I needed to gain weight because I just weigh myself at night. Like that's it. That's how I do my weight. My weight stuff. If my weight at night is like right now between 188, 190, going to bed, cool. If it's like 185 to 187, I'm like, oh, well, guess we get to go eat more food. Or
you'll eat if you're like 185, 187, you'll be like, fuck, I got to eat some more before I go to bed.
Yeah, because I know I didn't eat enough for sure, like 100%. Because I think that's the easiest way to like diet. This is terrible, horrible dieting advice, by the way. So like you can either not look at the scale and do that, or you can be so anally retentive about the scale that it ends up working in your favor if you're educated on how to do it. So I just I weigh myself at the same time though, right? Some people be like, man, I haven't lost weight. I'm like, when'd you weigh yourself? Like, I don't know. I'm like, well, you don't even know how much you weigh then.
Right.
So because you didn't do it at the same time. Like if I just do it at night all the time or whatever, then I know how much I weigh.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's
because you're going to lose weight in the morning.
Exactly.
When you wake up.
And
so
I know pretty accurately I'm going to be down 2 or 3 pounds when I wake up in the morning. So just from breathing and peeing.
Right.
That's it. So it's easy to track where I'm at.
Yeah, I used to like weigh myself all the time when I gave a fuck and I was trying to put on weight, and now I'm just like, whatever. I don't care.
I feel like it's easy for people to do that sort of stuff and be into it and just weigh themselves and be focused in on that sort of stuff. And then you hit a point where you're like, yeah, I don't feel like doing this anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it just always happens. It's not, I don't know if it's good or bad necessarily, as long as you've figured it out. You know what I mean? Just some people, I just feel like everyone tends to go that way. They either track it forever or they just eventually wean off and they're like, oh no, I tracked it for, like I said, you track it for a couple of years and you're like, fuck, I got it. Shit's easy.
Yeah. Man, I'm fucking high.
Just yawn, dog.
Yeah,
fuck. I had that nitro. I was telling you, I had that nitro cold brew from Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I don't even really, dude, I don't drink hardly any caffeine anymore. And I had like a third of that thing and I was,
I don't drink caffeine at all.
So right now I'm good. Really?
No.
At all?
I don't drink any coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
It's wild. Do you drink alcohol?
Yeah. Well, that's when I drink it. But I'm saying not like I don't use caffeine the way other people use caffeine.
Yeah, you don't pre-workout?
No.
Do you use amino acids or anything like that?
No, I don't know.
Boy.
I don't. Yeah.
I like that. I don't. Like I said, I don't really use it. I just have protein shakes.
Yeah, I do. I do protein shakes, and then I'll eat twice before I come into the gym.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Yeah,
that's easy. The caffeine. You're one of the few people I ever know that doesn't do coffee and doing that.
Everyone I tell
that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
They're
My brother's like that.
Really?
Yeah, but he wakes up at 4:45 in the morning and he's doing like a master's program in Ohio, and coaching football. And he wakes up at like 4:45 in the morning and works out like 5 a.m. and then doesn't get home till like 11 p.m. and just does it all over again every day. And he doesn't use any caffeine like ever.
I mean, I've only like him. I've only had one sip of caffeine in my entire life. Sip of coffee, excuse me.
You're a fucking psycho.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm cranky as fuck in the morning. Cranky as how like very unproductive, very slow.
See, I guess that could be a nice thing. Like for me, talking about being a morning person, I don't need coffee because I have no choice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I got to be in front of almost every morning. There's probably about 12 people that show up, and for us, that's a full class.
For 5 and 6?
For 5:30 a.m., there are 12 people there almost every single morning. Yeah, definitely Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There's between 10 and 12 people, if not more, or whatever. And the same people that come in all the time, or whatever. But you got to be a show for them. So like, you just wake up, whatever. You're just naturally up, and then after a couple hours of coaching, you're like, well, I'd like to do nothing.
Right.
That would be very good. I'd like to talk to no one, walk my dogs, or take a nap.
You just smoke in between?
No.
You stay on. You don't smoke probably till the evening.
No, after like lunch, I'll get a little break. It honestly just depends. Like some mornings I will. If it's like if I have like a 3-hour gap or whatever, like and I'll just go back to sleep, wake up, good to go. But in general, I'm giving myself a couple hours before I come in. Like I'm not going in stoned. It does not help.
No.
Or whatever.
What if you did like a sativa? Would that help?
I guess that could help, but I mean, I don't need to be high to coach.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So like, I like being high. Kids out there smoking weed's bad, but being high is fucking awesome.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know who says that it's bad. If someone's bad, it says it's bad, like they just had a bad experience. But being high is dope. But doing your job at a really high level is also really fucking cool and probably way cooler. So like, I'd rather be.
And you're getting paid for that.
Yeah,
where you're
getting paid.
Paying to smoke the weed.
Yeah, no, that ain't for me.
I'm paying to be high. And
That's a good gig though.
Yeah.
That is a good gig.
Yeah.
But that ain't my gig. The coaching thing just needs to be done at the level that I do it at. And like I said, I like to smoke pot just recreationally, and when I feel like I'm tweaking or something and I need it. Like that's fine too, but I don't use it to coach or anything like that. It doesn't help me for that. I use it to enhance myself.
Speaking of coaching, one of the reasons I wanted to have you on, besides getting high with you, which is fun, is on your Instagram. You always post these like, in your story, these like, come at me, bro. Here's my fucking.
Okay. So yeah, hot take. Yeah, I got a hot take right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So my hot take, again, this is just my opinion.
Okay.
The helping elderly people do just lifely tasks is one of the worst things that you can possibly do for them.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've talked
What do you mean by that?
So like, if you're like, hey, grandma, I'll take the garbage out for you. Why the fuck are you taking the garbage out for them? Like they got smaller garbage cans. You know what I mean? Like they can fucking do that. Like, like helping the old lady walk across the street. It's like, how about the lady should be just able to walk across the street and just let her walk across because she needs to just be able to walk. She probably don't walk very much anyways.
Right.
Like, again, this is all relative to what it is. Like, I'm not asking her to pick up a sofa or whatever, but like, if it's just something on the ground, it's just like, let her pick it up. She needs to bend over. Like, it literally is part of your life. You are meant to bend over. Just because you're 65 doesn't mean you can stop bending over or squatting.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's where it stems from.
So it's like
not just
almost
being
like babying them.
Yeah, exactly. Babying the elderly population is one of the worst things that you can possibly do. Or whatever. Literally one of the worst things
I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, bro. That's one of my new one. I've been cultivating
fresh one. Yeah,
fresh.
The one I saw this week was how doctors don't know shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm absolutely smarter than. Okay, yeah. This is a fact. Okay, unless you're a doctor, and you can look this up on the CrossFit website. They let you find like medical doctors that were signed up for the Open.
Oh, nice.
Who's to see who the fittest medical doctor is. So you could actually pick and then you could search your state, you could search a city and find a medical doctor that does CrossFit. So if they do it, they probably know something, whatever. But for the most part, I am absolutely a better resource for health and exercise as far as like, or sorry, not health. Diet and exercise. Yeah. I'm a better resource to you, and just anybody, honestly, in general, that works at a CrossFit gym for the most part is a better resource than your medical doctor. Like getting advice about exercise from them is fucking stupid because they literally know nothing about it. In medical school, they don't do, maybe they touch it like a hair or whatever, but they don't do anything with nutrition or like exercise, like functional movement. They don't know how to tell somebody how to squat. They don't know. They don't know how to say, "Don't squat," or it's going to mess your knees up. Don't put your arms over your head because it hurts. Like those different things, whatever. Where I can take you and say, "Hey, that's fucking stupid," and I'll give you some things that we can work on to make your legs strong enough over time, or whatever. Like I got a lady at the gym who, if you looked at her, you'd be like, well, yeah, she could squat. She could put our bar on her back and squat, right? Whatever. But when we do it how I want it to be done, where you keep your feet flat, keep your chest up, and you just get your butt below your knees, literally could not do a squat or whatever. So like I now have taken that person over the last 3 weeks and now they can do squats. Right. Like it's not that hard, but like
there's probably like tightness in her hamstrings.
Yeah, it's just not strong or whatever. Okay. Like for the most part, like dude, I guess that could lead me to a different thing. Most people are not fucking strong.
Sure.
Like that is a huge problem for like a lot of different things. A lot of people come in
What do you mean by strong? Like their core? Are you talking about like core?
I guess a lot of like legs, core, and shoulders. Sure. Most people are just not strong. Like if they go to a traditional gym, they run, they do whatever, like they're not actually strong. Like to be able to squat in a upright position, like an Asian squat. You know what I mean?
Right.
But do that with their chest up and have good posture.
Right.
Like to do that. How to bend over and hinge properly. Push your butt backwards and go towards the ground. How to, and be able to do that. Like every person, again, I'm not talking about the 1%, just the general population should be able to squat their body weight. Put that on a bar and squat, right?
Right.
That's not,
most people can't do that. Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah. And they can't do it to the depth that they're supposed to be able to do, like a full range of motion, like to be able to do that, and to ask somebody to do an overhead squat, to put a bar over their head and squat, right?
When I first came in, that was difficult.
Yeah, I was a college athlete. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember doing it in high school one time when you just come on your toes.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do it. You bend your arms. You're just not strong. You don't have flexibility, like, all those different things. So fixing people and making them strong is a really important thing, I guess, for people getting like healthier and not having to go to the doctor and all that other stuff, whatever. So I don't know. I guess, back to the doctor, me being smarter than your doctor or whatever. They also have, pretty terrible lifestyles or whatever, as far as like their own health goes. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't lead something like, I lead a lifestyle to tell you how to be healthy.
Right.
They don't do that. Right. And this isn't a knock on them in a sense that they're helping people, whatever, but their exercise advice and all that other stuff is usually pretty dog shit, whatever. I can't diagnose cancer. I can't look at a fucking x-ray, and try and find some little tiny thing, whatever, but I can tell you how to not have to go to the doctor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that sort of stuff, where that guy telling you is not going to give you very good advice for the most part.
Another hot take I remember you saying, I think it was on like women and low rep or high reps and low weight. Was that one you had?
Low reps and high weight.
No.
High reps,
low weight. Where it was like, wait, what you were?
I mean, we can say it is a fact that women lift like 90% of their like back squat for more reps than guys do.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. There was like I don't know who wrote it. This is probably back in 20.
Is it like structurally? Because I
don't know what it is. There was a CrossFit article. You can look it up for sure from like 2015 or 2016 about women being able to do that sort of thing. And it like, I don't know, just highlighted that women can do, say I can do 3 reps of my 90%, wherever women can do like, 6 or 7 or whatever compared. I don't know why.
That's strange.
I don't know. It's a thing though, for sure. Whatever.
Maybe it wasn't the high reps and low weight or whatever it was.
Like are you talking about the toning thing?
Toning. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. If you use
two high guys trying to figure out what we're
there
talking about.
That's it, babe. The idea of like the low weights being toning and that sort of stuff. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my fucking life.
Okay, so what's the myth that you're that we were talking about?
Women definitely are targeted to do as far as like marketing goes for exercise programs, to do more cardio, to do like, 5 sets of 15 reps at a light weight to try and develop toning.
Right.
Do you know what toning is? Toning.
Yeah.
Toning is developing muscle, and you need to lift heavy to do that.
Right.
So
if there's nothing there, how do you tone that?
Yeah, right. Exactly. So to develop muscle, right, you got to break it down, and like doing little stuff is kind of like doing what I would call like accessory work, like light weights, which is just to support the joints and all that different stuff for the big lifts, where you're doing your squats, your deadlifts, your bench presses, your overhead presses, that sort of stuff. That's what actually like builds muscle. You know what I mean? Like, I spent my whole time in high school and college doing like bodybuilding type of stuff or whatever, and not squatting properly, and like built very minimal amount of muscle. Right. Then all of a sudden, I've got access to a little more food, and then I start lifting like how I'm supposed to, how CrossFit says to do it and all that stuff or whatever. And I like put on muscle and look like I lift weights, right? Not just like, do calisthenics.
Before I did CrossFit, I would just work out in the gym and just do like bench press and, like you said, like your similar stuff, bodybuilding stuff. And then I started doing CrossFit, and I was like, holy shit, my squat is fucking terrible. Like, but within like 2 years, I was up to already like 350 on my squat. I was like, holy fuck, dude. Yeah. And like your legs completely reshape. I'm like, oh, that's what it looks like to actually like be strong.
For sure. Yeah. That's the real strong. So I tell people all the time, we're gonna be real strong, not fake strong.
Right.
Especially for the squat thing, I used to sit in the office at the YMCA, did personal training and I would just, like, the thing at the time was to sit in a squat for 10 minutes every day. So I'll just hang on to this fucking desk and sit there and hold a squat for 10 minutes while everyone was like, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? They bought me a shirt that said drop it like a squat. I was obsessed, bro. Obsessed.
Squatting?
Oh yeah.
But back then, were you squatting properly?
It was just when I'd started doing it. So I was trying to build the flexibility.
Because I saw that video you in high school squatting. Those were not below parallel. Bro.
No, bro. No, definitely not. Oh, that was college. Yeah.
That was college.
Yeah, that was college. It was a good throwback. Good throwback Thursday. That was tough. I texted my cousin that video and I was like, hey, bro, check out this squat, man. I'm repping it out. And he's like, hey, it's not parallel, bro, because he was doing CrossFit at the time, and he's like, hey, that kind of sucks. I'm like, dude, fuck you. No way, bro. This is legit. This is good shit. I posted it on the internet. Whatever. Yeah, looking back at it, it was dog shit, man.
It was bad. There was a video, I think it was LeBron. Did you see that? LeBron doing squats? They were terrible.
Bro, okay, so, all right, so.
What is going on there?
So, okay, we can get into that.
But, the question is, he is worth millions of dollars.
$1 billion.
He might be worth $1 billion.
He's definitely a billionaire.
You know, he has probably access to the best coaches. Who's letting him post videos of him squatting like that?
It's the same thing with Myles Garrett posted a video like that, because he was in that same video. He was working out with Dwayne Wade too. Yeah. They were doing overhead squats and stuff, and unfortunately in strength and conditioning textbooks and some stuff like that, they'll teach hey, taller athletes don't need to go through the range of motion because it's unsafe, which is absolutely just a fallacy.
That was another one in your hot take.
That's a fallacy. Yeah, it's an absolute fallacy. Or whatever, the Myles Garrett video, he posted the 670 squat or something like that, or whatever. It's some crazy number, whatever. And it was dog shit, or whatever. His knees caved in and all that sort of stuff. And the video he posted after that was doing a 50-inch box jump or something with 70-pound dumbbells or something like that. That was impressive. The squat was not, and people were saying oh yeah, there you go. People were saying oh yeah, he could, it's okay for him to squat like that. It's why post that? It's stupid. There's just no need to do that.
Why? Oh, so
that. There it is right there.
Yeah.
Why do that?
So it's his trainer being you don't need to do a full squat because you're tall and it's bad range of motion.
Yeah. And people say, there's don't get me wrong. There's still an athletic benefit. And I'm not sitting here I'm stronger than Myles Garrett because he would punch me through a wall.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it's, personally, in my opinion, I've worked with professional athletes. I think that they should go through a range of motion, but I also understand some of the stuff they're doing. But this is just absolute booty.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. If you squat below parallel, there's definitely you feel this is different. This is different, but it's also more difficult.
Yeah,
and it's easier to stop right at the border, right on,
and
a little above.
The strength and conditioning world is just filled with West Side conjugate style stuff with powerlifting style stuff, which is just going right to parallel, doing box squats and doing that different type of training, which is fine. And it's these people are pro athletes are just unbelievable specimens anyway. So it's whatever. Would it be they should be able to do the different things that they're doing as far as the weightlifting goes. That video of LeBron doing an overhead squat. It's it's a joke. It's just awful. There's no excuse for that because he should be able to be flexible enough, but it also shows how hard the CrossFit stuff is that we do. Because you see some of the best athletes in the world and they cannot do what we do. And yeah, it's a totally different game. Do
you think if LeBron though committed to CrossFit, he would be the best athlete in CrossFit too?
Do you think a guy who's 6'6" in a range of motion sport would beat a guy who's 5'6"?
That's true.
Probably not. He might be. He's definitely a better athlete, but he's too tall.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the tall factor.
Bro, part of the reason Matt Fraser is so awesome is because he's 5'7". It helps.
He's just so compact.
It's not why he wins. It just helps, right?
It's that little extra that he has.
Yeah, exactly. My arms I go sideways and I'm taller than Matt. Mm-hmm. His elbows barely go over his head. My elbows are so far above my head. It's crazy, Right. So it's definitely helpful for that. But yeah, he'd be okay at it, but I don't think he's that strong.
LeBron?
Yeah. I don't think he's that strong to the point where some of these guys are at. I just watched a guy do a touch and go snatch with 305. Yeah, LeBron will never do that ever. He's not. He could have started when he was born. He was never going to do that. It's just not going to happen.
And you mentioned though, his body's built for what he's doing.
Yeah, dude. And why would he be stupid and do something pointless like CrossFit? Yeah. You don't make money. You don't make billions doing CrossFit.
No, you don't. Absolutely not.
You can own CrossFit and not make billions.
What? Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say.
Oh, I was going to say. Speaking of CrossFit. There's always those fallacies of CrossFit of it's bad for you. That's all I heard walking into CrossFit.
Yeah.
What are some of those that you hear and how do you debunk those?
The main thing is that the main thing that people say is that you're going to get hurt.
Right.
Like that
was the first thing. That was the thing.
You're going to get hurt.
Like
people tell, hey, I'm not going to go to the gym. I got a friend that got hurt doing CrossFit or whatever it is. Right. And I mean, the majority of the time, the people that are doing that are not actually getting hurt from like actually doing. They didn't attempt to do a snatch and like their elbow dislocated. Like that didn't happen. Like that's not the case for the most part. But like overall, like CrossFit, especially if you're not trying to be competitive, CrossFit is just learning how to move properly. That's all you're doing, and then you're just doing an exercise program. Like in a really basic sense, you're learning how to squat, you're learning how to pick things up, and you're learning how to put your arms over your head.
Right.
Like that's literally what CrossFit is all about. And then you just get out of breath.
And those are all things that like you would have to do in your life.
Yeah, I mean,
you got to learn how to squat, pick things up, and probably push things over your head.
Yeah,
right?
At some point in your life, you're gonna have to do those things, right? So that's what it's all about. Now, people get hurt, or they say they get hurt doing whatever because they're trying to push themselves and do that all that other stuff. So, I mean, I think the way to look at it is more, where would I be at if I didn't do CrossFit? And I guess looking at it where would I be at if I didn't do CrossFit? Okay. And where am I at from doing CrossFit? But being like saying that you're hurt, right? If you never did CrossFit, you're just as much of a bum as you were before. Right. If you actually did CrossFit, you're like the bell curve of, sickness and wellness. You're up on that fitness, wellness, like getting into that. You've got built up space from where you're not sedentary.
Yeah. So even if you like might have tweaked something, you're like infinitely better than you were before.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You're not like, if you
got hurt, you lost like 5 points, but you gained like 100.
Sure. Right. Like if I take somebody off of blood pressure medication through diet and exercise, and then that person, say they hurt their knee, they're out for a month. Guess what? They're not going to go back on blood pressure medication. They maybe got hurt and they feel like shit and like, yeah, I'm sorry that happened or whatever. But guess what? You're healthy. You know what I mean? Like overall, you are healthy. You don't need to go to the doctor. You don't need to go back to the pharmacy or do any of that sort of stuff.
How often are you seeing people that are unhealthy and then through CrossFit, like your personal training and coaching? I mean, is it like all the time? Like every year, you're like, damn, that's awesome. Like look at these people that came in at this level and now they're like, I mean,
healthy. There's the amount of people that come in and change themselves in a very drastic way is like pretty high. I can't tell you, pounds lost or, inches lost or whatever that is. Cause at least I don't or whatever. I don't put that on anybody and I hardly ever talk. I don't talk about any of that. I talk about people getting strong or whatever. Cause that's one of
How do you feel every day?
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the best things that you can do. So getting people stronger and putting muscle on their body. And then a lot of people just lose weight inherently from changing their lifestyle and doing CrossFit. So, looking at people especially at a year when they've been there, that's where it starts to get really fun. That's the main one.
That was like one of the things before I joined, I was like assuming that everyone just be super jacked. And then I walked in and I was like, oh, there's like all people from all different walks of life in this.
The most normal people ever.
Right.
Yeah. Like literally they're just super normal. Like there's some gyms out there that got some crazy amount of people that are all really good, but like, I mean, it'd be nice. Eight gyms out of 10 that you walk into, it's literally just, Randy and Nance from down the street, just
we're trying to get
they just want to just feel a little bit better every day. You know what I mean? Like that is what the whole point of it is all about, and competitive people just make it look cool because they look good and they go real fast.
Do you ever find that like, since you're kind of like jacked a little bit, buffered, like the people that are newbies are a little intimidated by you?
First off, it's so funny when people say that because I still look at myself as a 150-pound little guy.
Well, you don't actually look all that great with your shirt on.
No, it's not. I very much. Dude, at home I never have a shirt on. Whatever. I hate the winter. It's awful. I just wear long sleeves.
Like when you take your shirt off, like, oh yeah, he's
he works out. Yeah. With the shirt on, not so great.
No, you just look like a regular skinny dude.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. Yeah, but that is something that when girls or like when you're
would you lose it?
No. I'm trying to just like when girls talk about how like guys look at their cleavage. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Whatever, like see people's eyes go. I see people's eyes look at my arms and stuff like that. Yeah. And like I don't get it. Okay. Like cause I don't look, body dysmorphia, whatever the fuck. I got an image issue or whatever as far as that goes. So like, I just see myself as like a thing and I'm like, what are you like? You're impressed by me?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Or you're looking at me like that? Like what? So that's like weird. You know what I mean? Like
you've never felt like when you've never looked in the mirror and been like, man,
that dude.
Impressed.
Yeah. I've taken probably like 3 pictures of myself in my life where I was like, whoa, good angle, good view. Like you kind of look ripped. Yeah. Like, I mean, I used to post videos all the time on Instagram and all that other stuff, and like I just stopped because I'm like, dude, you're not good, and like it's so.
Oh yeah, no, you're done posting all your looks and all that stuff.
I've posted like probably 4 posts in the past like year and a half or something like that. Something like it, very very minimal amount. But I post on my IG story every day.
What is your Instagram again for people?
Just my name, Carl Marella.
Carl Marella.
Just all in a row.
It's the title of this episode.
There you go. But I don't know, dude. First off, I don't know why at least where I was from, around what I did, like just being on your phone and doing all that other stuff. Like everyone was just always, at least I think our generation, everyone was just like, hey, get off your phone, dude. Like stop doing that. Don't be in your phone all the time. And like, I used to kind of hate that. And now like, I just don't go on my phone. Like I don't look for that. Like what do the kids call it? Clout. Yeah, there you go. I don't look for any of it. Like I know who I am, and like I'm not trying to be on my phone all the time. Like if you want to be awesome on Instagram, you probably got to be on your phone pretty often. You know what I mean? And like my screen time's pretty low. I'm pretty proud of my number on my Apple thing. The 2 weeks ago I was super low. I had like I was like 90 minutes.
Oh wow,
that's it. That's but the past couple of weeks it's been up a little bit, but it's like 230, something like that. Pretty low, man. It's not bad. And I got a lot of...
What's normal for people?
I don't know. Joe Rogan's at like 4 something. So.
4 hours?
Yeah, 4 hours just on
Instagram?
No, just on his phone.
I mean, on his phone, sorry.
Yeah, it's on the phone a day, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's probably doing a lot of fucking business.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Gonna be.
I don't think he's a billionaire.
Oh, not yet. Okay, whatever. He's the biggest thing out there, whatever.
You got Bernie Sanders on there.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's fucking crazy.
Got to be if you're going to be a presidential candidate, like a little off one, you got to go on Joe Rogan. Yeah. That's wild.
That was wild that Bernie is like, you know what, this is going to be a good move for me.
Yeah,
it probably was.
That's crazy though. That's crazy. It's so funny.
Unbelievable.
Man. Good for him.
Joe Rogan is huge.
Yeah, dude. It's the biggest
podcast.
It's got to be.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's my background noise.
I think he's like top 5 at least.
Got to be. I mean, I like podcasts for me are just like what I put on when I walk around because like. In between classes and working out and like doing all that stuff, like I just genuinely love listening to podcasts. Like I just
what are your top podcasts?
For me, it's probably the ones I look forward to or whatever are Pat McAfee's show and Heartland Radio, like the old Barstool guys that do that. They do like a show. They just got picked up by a whole bunch of some big deal, and Pat McAfee's doing Thursday Night Football for ESPN. So that's gonna be sweet as a fan of Pat McAfee and a Colts fan. But that and then Joe Rogan. Then I listened to the Church with Joey Diaz. Oh, dude,
nice.
Love me some Joey Diaz.
He's hilarious.
Oh,
whenever he's on Joe Rogan's show, that's like a must.
Dude,
must
it's
watch,
100% of the time, every time listening to that.
Is his own podcast?
Yeah. The Church of What's Happening Now. It's just him talking shit.
Just talking solo podcast?
No, him and he calls the Christ Killer Lee Syatt. He's Jewish, and then I don't know, he just has random people on. They're usually comedians or like old school.
Have you ever listened to any like Theo Vaughn's podcast?
I was listening to King and the Sting on the way here. They're goofy.
They're goofy. I don't really like Shab all that much.
Yeah,
but for whatever reason, Shab with him,
it's great.
It's great.
Yeah,
like they're actually funny together.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I mean, I like Theo Vaughn on his own,
dude. Theo, he's just his little brand of comedy.
His fucking stories that are like so stupid and don't make any goddamn sense.
They're awesome.
He always ends with like, sometimes I think about that.
Yeah.
I think about that sometimes.
I kind of feel like.
I feel like. I love Theo Vaughn. Dude, I discovered him on Joe Rogan's podcast too. I threw out. Did you ever watch his Netflix thing? He had a Netflix special.
No, I'm not.
It was before though he got like as big as he is.
No, I'm not a comedy special guy. I love the comedians themselves.
It sucked.
Really?
It was bad.
No kidding.
He was like doing like these stand-up jokes, and I was like, he hasn't found his brand of humor. Like, he wasn't the guy that he is now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I've never seen it. I don't even think I've seen his, like, if he has a good, how many does he have out? How many specials?
He only had one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, he is a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen any of it. I haven't watched any of them. Do you like Joe Rogan's stand-up?
No.
I don't like, I feel like I know him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm watching like a buddy like do stuff that I've heard a bunch of times.
Well, his stand-up is like he just yells very loud.
Very animated.
Yeah, very animated. But yeah, no, I've never really liked Joe Rogan's.
No, not for me.
And I grew up watching Joe Rogan on Fear Factor.
Of course.
And then I'm a UFC fan, so I see him there. And now I listen to his podcast.
Right.
So I'm like,
Overload
Joe Rogan.
No doubt.
I'm not going to like sit there and now watch you for entertainment to laugh too.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, for some reason, I don't like it. I like Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
He has his own pod too, right?
Yeah, he has his own podcast, but I love it. I haven't listened to that. I just love his stand-up because he's an Italian, and I'm a little Italian.
Right.
But he's because he's from like around here too. I'm like, I say it was like Rolling Meadows or Arlington Heights or whatever. He's from somewhere around here, Chicago. Yeah. Whatever, but as an Italian, he resonates with me. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't really watch a ton of...
It's the only stand-up I've watched in the past... At least in the past year, for sure.
The ones I watched Theo Vaughn. I watched Chappelle. I'm a big Chappelle guy. So, but that one was pretty good.
I watched a little bit of the first one, and I liked it. I just didn't finish it. And I know there's like a part 2 of that one that came out too, right?
Part 2.
That was with it. Mm-hmm. Didn't watch it. That was a while. Was that 2017? It's a little bit.
2017 or 2018?
Yeah, something like that.
We're in 2019 now.
Yeah, we are. Oh boy, you're in 3019, bro.
Yeah, I'm somewhere. No, Joe Rogan is like this. Basically, the inspiration for this pod is just like he like just finds interesting people to talk to. Like, how does he? I
don't know, man. I feel like listening to those podcasts though have actually made me a better communicator for my job, whatever. In a way, actually, it was just kind of funny. At least listening to podcasts because. I never had like a fear of like public speaking or anything like that.
Well,
like
you're really good at it.
I like appreciate that, but I actually enjoyed like doing it. Like all the kids would be nervous. First one every time. Like any seminar I go to, like first volunteer, my hands up right away. Like I just like being the first one to go and just do and talk and all that sort of stuff. So, listening to other people talk and then how they do it and how they change it up and just then everybody's just what they talk about, all that different stuff helps me, just communicate with people better, empathize better, and
I think like
that sort of stuff. Yeah,
listening to podcasts, like you learn a lot too, especially if you're listening to good ones. Like Joe Rogan has on some like guests from like holy shit. Like, I'm being like thought provoked right now.
Yeah, big time. The when he talk as the people that talk about the like the ancient history stuff, whatever they're talking about the other day with the like the Amazon rainforest.
Which one was that? It was a podcast he released this past week?
No. It was like a couple months ago. Okay. It was Graham Hancock.
Okay.
Came back on and he was talking about the Amazon rainforest having like at one point we had like millions and millions of people just like all around in there like and now it's all just covered up by trees and the rainforest and all that sort of shit.
Wait, like you're saying that
there used to be huge metropolises in the Amazon, and now we didn't find out about it till I guess like now or something.
The Amazon is still like a lot of it's still undiscovered.
Yeah.
Like, there's stuff that they still like. They're finding new animals and shit all the time in the Amazon.
It's crazy. They're finding new civilizations, bro. Right. It's wild.
It is wild.
That's the stuff that gets me crazy. And then I think Graham Hancock talked about it too. I never thought about it. Never questioned the pyramids, none of that sort of stuff. And then he was talking about how the pyramids could have partly been made by them digging down into the ground, not building up. They dug them out of the ground.
Really?
It is a theory.
That they dug them into the ground.
Yeah. So like, not like,
so like the ground was...
they did, again, but like they did build some of it, but like they started some of the base of it and all that sort of stuff by digging down into the ground. To make the pyramid. Yeah. But that he was talking about that. I was like, whoa. So you mean they didn't put all those bricks up there?
Well, they did.
But they didn't. Because the bottom of them.
They weren't as high, yeah. They didn't have to go as high.
Just went down. Hey. Wild.
Oh,
and then the other conspiracy that I'm super into, maybe it's too soon, Avicii's still alive.
What? How do you, what makes you think that?
Because his whole life was filmed in that documentary or whatever, right? And they had more footage than they knew what to do with, but then they had no footage of his last like moments of life. And then he just like apparently killed himself on like this beautiful island where he could just pay everybody off to not talk about him. And
this is a wild theory.
and he also has like 200 unreleased songs that could sustain him and his boys forever. Hey, look where Madagascar is.
You think that's where he is?
That's where he is. That's in the doc. Did you see the documentary?
No, I haven't seen the documentary.
Oh, bro, you'll believe he's alive. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I mean, I am an Avicii fan.
Me too. I love Avicii or whatever his Tim.
What was his last name? Tim.
I have no idea.
He used to go by a different name before.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I know his name was Tim, but yeah, this was from a podcast. Whenever the Pat McAfee show, they talked about that. He's alive. I don't know if it's too soon. Sorry to his family, but
oh, it's Tim Berg.
Oh, okay. There you
Remember
go.
that?
Yeah, sure. No, at all. Not at all.
That's what he used to go by.
Okay, Tim Berg. No, bro, you're on the music scene. I'm not on the music scene.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I am, but I don't know a ton of EDM before like 2013.
See, that's like the only thing I knew.
Really?
Skrillex.
Yeah.
Big Chocolate. You ever hear Big Chocolate?
It's Big Chocolate.
Because I used to listen to like that. It's called hardcore music, like Warped Tour, mosh pits, all that sort of stuff. And there was this guy. I can't remember what band he was in. He's like a super heavy, like super heavy. Can't understand a word they're saying. Like super heavy, just in general, whatever. He made like dubstep or whatever. Oh, and it's super dope. He's like actual like came out. He had an album at least in the past year or two for sure, and that's what I listened to.
He's EDM.
Yeah, I guess dubstep.
Well, yeah, I mean dubstep is.
Then sure, yeah. Again, I don't know anything about this stuff. I've never been to a show. That's not for me.
No,
that's not for me, cuz
it's too wild,
bro. I just don't. I mean, like I like to be there for 2 hours, and then I'd like to go.
You just want to chill.
Yeah, I just want to be cool or whatever. I went on vacation to the Ozarks, and we were at like they're like it's like a swim up bar. It's like a day club. You know what I mean? Yep. And like it's the middle of Missouri, so like there's not that many people or whatever. But after like 3 hours, I was like, yep, done.
You just don't like.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm cool. I don't need to drink anymore. Because I hardly drink ever at all, like ever.
Yeah,
whatever. And
I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen you drink.
I definitely have drank. Definitely have drank. The last time I got blasted was my the boys from the gym bachelor party. We went to the what's it called? Some whiskey bar in Rosemont, whatever one it is.
Oh, Whiskey Business or whatever?
No. But with Bub City.
Bub City.
There you go. Country bar, whatever. Yeah. And I got trashed. I blacked out in that one.
Really?
That's the last time that I went that hard.
That was a long time ago.
Actually, yeah, that was the last time I went hard because then like a couple weeks before that I was in Denver and I blacked out and then I hadn't drank like that for like a long time. Like, oh man. Yeah, I'm like the concentrates, bro. I'm like high potency. I'm either all in or it's all out. Yeah. Like that's it on it. Like
so you're like that with alcohol too?
Oh yeah, I'm not a casual drinker for the most part. I'm tough with it, dude. It's just like I can, but I don't enjoy the taste of alcohol. Right. So unless I've had a bunch, and then once I do it, it's like, hey, this tastes really fucking good, man. I'm down. You know, college that was like that. So it's like, yeah, I don't need to relive those days. I'm not doing that. I can't do it,
and it'll affect your job.
Yeah, very much so. So, I mean, it's not part of the lifestyle.
Right.
Whatever. So, I cannot drink like that, man. I can't party. I can't do that stuff. It's not for me.
And we're back. I needed that break. I think I'm still fucking going to be slow as hell, though, on the rest of the show.
You just got a tiny bladder, too. So.
Yeah. I do have a tiny fucking bladder, bro. Oh my god.
I don't have a tiny bladder or whatever for the most part, but I literally always take my chances to pee, bro. I would pee like 1,000 times when I used to work at the YMCA, whatever, because like no one could fuck with me. You know
I feel weird at work because I do get up probably every half hour to pee.
That's a little strange. You should drink less water.
I drink a shit ton of water.
Drink less.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't need to do that.
Really?
Are you like actually thirsty when you're drinking water? Like actually thirsty?
No, it's just a habit. So I'm just always like,
yeah, you don't need. There's a conspiracy. And it's not a conspiracy or whatever. There's that's CrossFit hates Gatorade because of that sort of stuff.
Really?
Whenever, oh yeah.
What do you mean?
That's where there was a thing probably like 3 or 4 years ago where Glassman like was super Craig Glassman, the CEO of CrossFit. Mm-hmm. He had this big thing against like Coca-Cola and all that other stuff, but he also had like a thing against like the hydration thing, hyponatremia, which is where you have the sodium imbalance or whatever from drinking too much water, and like kids were dying from it at camps and stuff, like football camps, and they were drinking too much water or whatever, and it was messing up the pH balance from the sodium in their body. I don't know if I said that exactly correctly, but it definitely has something to do with sodium.
I like to keep my pee clear.
Yeah, you don't need to do that though.
No, really?
Yeah, that's a misnomer, bro.
Really?
You don't need to do that.
Why?
I mean,
so there's a little bit of yellow?
No, yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, that's like okay. Like you'll have some of your best performances when you are like just a little not dehydrated, but just you don't need to be overhydrated. Like you'll have better performance if you're not overhydrated. Like if your body is telling you, hey, I need some water, then you should drink some water or whatever. If you're just like, if you're going to do something crazy, then sure, whatever. But like if you're going to a CrossFit class, like you don't really need to worry too much about hydration if you just drink water throughout the day.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. I'm saying though, I don't drink a shit ton of water because I'm going to CrossFit. It's just a habit.
Yeah, you could probably drink less and just not get up. But if you like getting up, definitely keep drinking water.
I do like the thing is though is I like getting up. I don't like getting up because my coworkers are probably like, "What the fuck? This guy keeps getting up." But it does kill some time.
Yeah, that definitely kills some time. See, I don't have to worry about that. I got the best job, man.
Yeah.
I, get a little break after the hour long, take a little pee, go back. The only problem is like when people are changing clothes because we only got 2 bathrooms, whatever. I'll go out there and I'm like, oh fuck, these people pay. I'll hold my pee,
right?
But that's like it. But I don't ever have to go like more than a couple hours without it, so I'm always pretty cool. Yeah, without having to like pee all the time.
How often would you say you pee? Every couple hours, you think?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, no.
An hour, right?
Yeah, more than that for sure.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Once an hour.
Yeah, probably. I'm not, yeah. More when I'm working out though, because you're like anxious about doing stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then right after, but like, I don't know, at night, not that much. Never. Do you sit when you pee?
No.
Oh, bro, I'm a sitter.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. Big time.
But that actually kind of restricts your fucking urethra, I think.
Yeah, but.
So then you don't pee you're not.
I don't know. Like, I'm not a good aimer.
Yeah.
So I'd rather sit and keep the shit in the bowl and have to use no toilet paper around the toilet bowl than have to wipe up my piss with my hands.
Well, I mean, you don't need to use your hands. I mean, you're using your hands, but you can use a piece of toilet paper.
Yeah, well, yeah, but fuck that.
Yeah. So you really do sit when you pee?
Yeah, bro.
How about publicly?
No. At home, though? Yeah, my wife fucking hates it. Because I just sit there and then I'm on my phone for a little bit, a little me time. Yeah, every time, bro. What? I hate standing up to pee. Unless it's like if I'm doing, if I'm mowing the lawn, I got to pee or whatever, then I'll stand there because I'm gross or whatever. But, if I'm just chilling, bro, sit to pee. Hey.
What the fuck?
Hey, yeah.
You just blew my mind.
Hey, bro. I don't know why. I have to do it.
What
I just don't. I don't like standing peas. I don't like to clean. That's it. I don't want to touch. I don't want to
just aim.
I don't. Yeah, but
with the little dribble at the end.
The dribble at the end. Sometimes, if you're sweaty and stuff, whatever, your nuts are just all up in your shorts or whatever. And you just go to pee or whatever. Shit, man. I don't know. The stream could go. You could have 2 streams. Shit, it could be a start out weak dribble. Could go off to the side. I mean, shit. Have you ever had it where you're aiming to pee and you hit yourself?
Oh, because it.
No. You're
you hit your leg?
Could be could be
I think I've had that, but I haven't been sober.
A post-sex pee, maybe.
Oh, yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You don't know where that motherfucker's going,
That one
bro.
can go in two or three different directions at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. I've hit my leg before.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
You're absolutely correct. Yes.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'll sit. Or go in the shower.
Go in the shower is fun.
Hey, yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, you okay? You pee in the shower?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to pee in the shower,
You
right?
have to.
Spice. Do you know what Spice Adams is?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. He did a thing making fun of us shower peers. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He said the toilet's right there. Stop being gross.
But you're washing.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yeah.
There's soap all over the place.
And when that hot water, you take warm showers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's so relaxing that it just comes out.
Oh, yeah, you have to. Oh, do you get multiple, right?
Right. Yeah, you might get multiple peas.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And and then it's also warm. It's just so good.
Everything's good, huh? Everything's good about it. You gotta have it, man. Gotta have it.
Are you, how do you feel about peeing in a public pool?
Oh, 100% on. 100% on board. 100% on board. Oh,
there's chlorine in there, right?
Oh,
should clean it out.
I don't give a shit. I'm going in it once.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
When we were in the Ozarks at those swim up bars, bro, letting it fly.
Yeah.
Letting it fly,
Absolutely.
bro. It's down in Missouri. It's dirty anyways, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Down the South, got to pee in the pool. Yeah, I'm not getting out. Although I couldn't do it at first. I couldn't break the seal in the pool. I had to get out.
Really?
Once I did that, went to the bathroom, shook it off, pissing in the pool the rest of the time. Fantastic. Letting it fly. I think any self-respecting person would do that, you know?
Pee in the pool?
Oh, big time.
You have to.
Big time, yeah.
It's just so convenient. You're already surrounded by water. Why are you going to get out,
everybody's doing it.
Everyone's peeing.
You know what I mean?
Like,
everyone's doing it.
Yeah, don't, even if you're like, well, that's gross. Well, that guy next to you is peeing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You're swimming in his pee.
Exactly. You're already infected. You touch your toe, you're infected. And it's not like, you got a yellow stream coming out of you. Right. You know what I mean? You got your shorts on. You good. You good. You swim around. Oh, beach ball. Like,
yeah. I'm good. The only risk about peeing in the pool is if you're like in a cold pool. And you pee and someone's by you and they're like, why is it warm?
There's a jet over here, huh? Yeah.
I've had that happen before.
I've never been in a pool that was that cold to where I was like, I'm just swimming around peeing. Yeah. If it's that cold, I'm usually just swimming or whatever and just drinking my own piss. So the swim up bars or whatever, I've only been to like, that might have been the first time I went to those like outside of.
I've never been to a swim up bar like in Missouri, in the Ozarks.
Yeah, it's like a lot of them. It was weird. Yeah. It's like a club scene in.
I heard that the Ozarks
Missouri,
are like fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was strange. I did not expect it. It was getting described to me. I was like, okay, this would be cool. And then someone said a bar, and I'm like, are we going to be in a building with a pool at a bar? And then they showed me a picture. I was like, holy shit, this like.
This is like an outdoor pool.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. You could go into the lake, you swim. It's like, it was a huge thing. It was like a little teeny tiny Vegas or whatever, like little club, little day club. It was wild.
Is it like a lot of youngsters? Or all?
Oh yeah. There's people of all ages because you're in kind of like redneck area,
right? That's what I'm thinking.
It's mostly like people partying, whatever. If you've been to, or if you've seen the show like Ozarks, where there's like Party Cove, like that exists or whatever. They go there and show that exists. That's real. Yeah. That's a thing. We didn't go to that. That's not for me. And we had pregnant ladies with us. So.
Well, and you can't be out for more than 2 hours.
Yeah, true.
Hey, to go home.
Hey, I made it 3.
I made an exception that one time.
Exactly. Yeah, we played volleyball too, so it was a little break in there. It was all right. It was a little sand volleyball court.
Did you go to the Party Cove? Is that where they like tie up all the boats?
Yeah, we didn't go to that though. We didn't go to that. That was you need a boat. And
how did you get to the swim up bars?
We just drove.
Oh, so I thought you like.
It's like an actual bar.
Yeah.
But then you go out back and they have like a pool.
Oh.
And stuff. And then
the pool's like in the lake or whatever.
Yeah, we were at. You can look if anyone wants to look it up. It's Coconuts in.
I would look it up. My hands are feeling weird.
But it's got like a pool and all that sort of stuff. There's like a bar on either side of it, and then you could go to the opposite or go on the other side of the bar and go into like the lake wherever they had that. And that's where like the kids were and stuff.
One of my old coworkers is doing his bachelor party in the Ozarks. I think he didn't invite me, motherfucker, but he's there right now. And I've heard a lot of people do their bachelor parties.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a really cool place.
How far is it from Chicago?
6-hour drive, 7-hour drive, something like that. And it's long, but it's not terrible.
You stay there for a weekend.
Yep. Something like that. We saw we had an Airbnb, the guy next to us because we were there 4th of July. Guy blew up a like big mortar or whatever firework like in his face on the dock next to us. Like we couldn't see the dock because there was such a big cloud of smoke. And the guy came up holding his face, bro. It was wild.
What the fuck? With his face like all mangled?
It wasn't mangled. I saw him when we were leaving a couple days later and he had like a cut around his eye and on his face. Yeah, it was wild. But those people had called like the property manager of the Airbnb and was like, hey, there's kids here. You should. They didn't like us and that was kind of like karma. So fuck them.
Fuck them.
Definitely blew up a firework in their face though. It was terrifying to see.
It is. That'd be like horrific. I would be like, he might be dead. Is his head going to be there?
Yeah. I didn't know what was going to happen. Right. I thought, his face was down, like at the smoke cleared. There was just him standing there and this other kid that was a little further away. And he was just holding the dad or whatever was holding his eye or his side of his face in his hand. And I was like, I just watched somebody blow their eyeball out of their head. Like, what the fuck is this? And, fortunately.
Missouri, man.
Yeah, yes. Scary place.
Missouri, dude.
It was awesome though. It was a really good time.
What was that for again? I'm sorry.
It was just a party or just a group outing.
You going with friends? Pregnant women?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They were
Were they holding up? Were they like,
oh yeah.
This is fucking annoying.
Yeah. Well, they were the perfect people for me.
Right.
Whatever. Cause we were there for 3 hours. They were ready to go. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. So I was able to get in there. Everybody is going out with them. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Done. Yeah. Got to leave on time with the pregnant ladies.
Instead of having to like be stuck and have to party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What a shame that would be.
What a shame.
Then I got to go back and then we were just hanging out on the dock and stuff. So it was kind of like, it was just a party.
So then what do you like to do on your free time besides CrossFit?
Man, I don't really get much free time, honestly. One thing, yeah, I mean, like I do, but I don't. Cause like, people hate when I say it. I hate eating. Like eating is like we talked about before. Like I have to eat so much food. It takes so much fucking time to eat, and I'm not a fast eater or whatever. So like I got to sit there and like take my time. It takes me half hour to eat or whatever, 45 minutes to just finish all slow. Of my. I take forever to eat, dude. And so that's why I spend that, and then that's like the middle of the day, and then I either go to the chiropractor in my free time or take a nap, and then if I have
you nap as well.
Oh yeah, I get to take like a 20-minute nap or whatever. I have to come back from the chiropractor or something like that, or in between classes and clients.
You make sure to keep it like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if someone cancels on me or I have extra time, shit, I'll sleep a little bit more. But I don't want to sleep too much so it messes me up at night.
That's the
whenever
thing.
Can't fall asleep. But
that's the thing for me is like if I take a fucking nap, like today, if I take a nap, it'll mess me up.
Yeah, well, you slept till noon.
That's true.
If you got up at 7 a.m., you could take a nap. You would have been all right. You could have taken a nap at noon. Shit.
Yeah, I did take a nap yesterday at noon.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
I
boy.
woke up like at like 9 and then took another nap at
nice.
noon. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I just get to get little 20-minute joints here and there.
Does it like refresh you?
Yeah, it does for most of the time. If I go like 45 minutes and I'm fucked, I feel stoned without smoking.
Right.
Like I feel super loopy. But like I can fall asleep like super, super, super quick. So I have no problem just doing a little 20-minute piece and getting back up and ready to go. I'm good with that. And then I guess the only other thing, free time that I do like regular. I don't play Xbox anymore, really. Used to be a big Call of Duty guy.
Really?
But, dude, like, oh my gosh, so bad in college, so bad, bro. Like, way too much time playing all that, figuring out how to do the zombies, whatever, and all that sort of stuff, and dropping nukes in headquarters and doing like or free for all. Yeah, that was good times. Did that, but then now I play RuneScape sometimes.
What the fuck's RuneScape?
RuneScape?
No.
Oh, bro, old school RuneScape. I don't know. I feel like some of your people might know what that is. Yeah, RuneScape. It's legit. It's like a MMORPG, right? Mass media online role playing game. Yeah. And it's you create a little character, and then there's like 24 skills or something like that. Like you start at level 1, go through 99. There's like hundreds of quests, different like all these different little things, and it's kind of like medievally looking. And like it's like pull up a picture of RuneScape, old school RuneScape, OSRS, yeah. And I used to play that when I was a little kid, and they came out with a mobile app. And I got back into it, and then now I'm already past where my guy was back in the day.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
Old school RuneScape, bro. Yeah. This is
Where did you play this on?
This is just on PC. You just download a whatever. I use RuneLite, which is like a little like attachment for the game, and it helps you figure stuff out. Oh yeah, bro. Old school RuneScape. I used to play this way back in the day. I found my account that I made. See that other logo? The one that just says RuneScape, that's like the regular RuneScape.
I can't believe we've gotten to this point that we're talking about RuneScape.
Oh, bro, I played RuneScape. Kids made fun of me, and when I was in middle school in like 2002 or something like that, whatever, for talking about RuneScape at school or whatever. But I've played it since then, and then I found my character that I made back then, but it transferred over to like RuneScape 3 or whatever it's called, which is an old school RuneScape. So I made a new one on the mobile app and started playing that. And then I got the little member. You pay like 10 or $15 a month to get more access to like
Well, you're paying for this?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's just per month. It's per month. It's like
$10 a month?
10 or 15 a month, something like that.
That's more expensive than like Spotify or Apple Music.
That's all right. I'm at the gym all the time, and I listen to free podcasts, right?
That's true.
There you go. There you go. So there you go. My money I'd spend on that. Boom. RuneScape.
What in the world?
But, yeah, dude. Like, you have to, you could do like, I mean, this literally like the most unbeatable game. There's so many things that you can just do. Like there's a bazillion quests like that you can do. And then there's different requirements for those different things, like with the different skills that you have. And they're all 1 through 99, and halfway to 99 based on like the experience that you need is like 92. So like it takes forever to like build up some of the skills, and like there's a working economy in the game, whatever, like a stock exchange, grand exchange thing.
So this is what you're doing on your free time?
Sometimes, yeah.
RuneScape.
Before we bought a house within the past 6 months or whatever, so that's kind of put a decent halt to it. But before we bought the house, I was like eating and playing. I was like, when we changed when our internet went down, I was like going to the gym to like use the internet at the gym to play the game after my workouts and stuff. Like I was like, pooping and playing. Like I don't do that anymore, but like I was super mad into it, bro. Like fuck? Super mad into RuneScape. Addicted for sure.
You have like an addictive personality?
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, real bad.
That's why the alcohol was bad for you.
I mean, maybe whatever. Like I can still drink right now and have 2 drinks, but I just don't enjoy it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I really don't like being drunk all that much. I'd just rather be stoned. You know what I mean? Like that's genuinely my opinion about it.
The thing about being drunk is like I like being drunk at like the level where you're still like loose. You know what I'm saying? Like loose.
See, I don't have that.
See, for me, like if I drink, I'll loosen up and I'll be like a better version of myself.
Okay.
But then like the point is like you get to that point where you hit over the top and you're like, I want to keep this going, but you don't know like what the level is to stop.
Yeah.
So you drink too much and then that's
like, me every time though. Yeah. It's either like 1 beer, 1 tequila, whatever, or, we're going 4 or 5 drinks. Like for me, if I were to have like 5 tequilas, I'd be on the floor, bro. Like just 5, like tequila on the rocks. 5? I'd be fucked up. I'd be saying whatever I wanted to say. I'd be vibing loose, doing it. Like it would not be that great or whatever.
Yeah. I'm the same way though, where like, I don't really enjoy drinking leisurely. Like a beer for like dinner or something
people
like that.
They say, hey, come on, let's just go have a beer. And I'm like, that doesn't get it for me. If I'm drinking 1, I'm drinking like 7. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I tried to push that when we were on vacation in the Ozarks. And like, I remember opening a beer, I took a sip and I was like, no. I just put it back down, full beer, took 1 sip, put it back down. I was like, I'm just not going to drink that because I'm going to be over that line. So like, dude, I just can't do the booze like that.
And it's like, the side effects are so fun.
Yeah, that's terrible. What it is. Like I smoke pot, I feel the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
I don't feel the same right now.
Well, the come down. There's no hangover. There's no hangover,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what was even the question?
I don't remember.
Addictive personality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely an addictive personality. That's what drove me to the CrossFit stuff. Right. Like I made an addiction out of something I liked a career, which in my opinion, that's what you want, right?
That's like the dream of your life.
Exactly.
Right? Everyone's life.
I don't make $250,000 a year or whatever, but I love my life.
Legitimately go.
Yeah, dude.
Going to work.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's fucking great.
Well, you get to work out.
Yeah, dude. In reality, help people. I'm working out and helping people every day. Like that's pretty awesome. There isn't much greater sense of like fulfillment than something like that. You know what I mean? Like you really feel a part of a community or whatever that is, and you improve that community. It's not just like I go to work and I work for the boss and I do this. Like I work for 12 different people that are all there at one time waiting for me to tell them what to do. You know what I mean? So that's really rewarding. It's really fun. It makes me love the fuck out of what I'm doing, so that's,
and it beats that, like, there's that myth of like boxes being like culty and you're like super like, there's this leader and then like everyone kind of follows this thing. But like when I first joined, I was like, this is not at all what I thought it would be like.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like this, like we're all like super hardcore about CrossFit and like this is like our life. And it's like, no, you get all sorts of different fucking people in here.
All sorts of different people and people that, we have plenty of people that do CrossFit at our gym that are not CrossFitters. Right. You know what I mean? They're not CrossFitters. If they were somewhere to stop, like they wouldn't stop anybody on the street and be like, oh, I do CrossFit. But I've got lots of people that would also do that. Right. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool, man. I like it a lot.
Do you still, like, if we meet new people and you tell them, they're like, what do you do for work? And you're like, oh, I coach CrossFit. Are they like, whoa? Yeah,
most people don't really get it. I usually I usually just tell people I'm a fitness coach. Like that's what it is. Like if we're on vacation, like if someone asks me what I do, I'm like, I coach workouts or whatever. I'm like, do you know what CrossFit is? And they're like, oh no. And I'm like, okay, we'll leave it there. You know what I mean?
Well, I remember when I got a new job, I told one of the hobbies I share is I do CrossFit. But they were like, oh, you do CrossFit? You should do this like Tough Mudder with me. And like, you're probably super strong and like do all those crazy things. And I'm like, No. Nah, I just work out. Like CrossFit for me has this perception of like, you do some crazy shit. You must be like the most insane athlete ever.
Hearing you say that is honestly awesome to me. Okay. Because I try to make, at least I personally, I try not to be the CrossFit guy or whatever. Like I wear CrossFit shit. You see my shoes, you see the shirt that I have on. Like, yeah, I do CrossFit, but I'm not going to sit here and sell you CrossFit for my conversation piece. Right. You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of people do that and that's the stereotype or whatever. But I think that I've helped build a group of people that don't do that necessarily, aren't assholes about it. Sure, they make Facebook posts, but like everyone posts about everything anyways. Right. You know what I mean? It's not like they're posting back squats. They're just talking about how they were happy they went and worked out.
Yeah.
You know, like
I used to think it was obnoxious, and now I'm like, no, they're just happy that they're getting fit.
That's it. They just want to share it. You know what I mean? And like, if you enjoy something and you see it help yourself, and then you see it help the group of people around you, you're going to want to tell other people because you want them to join you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If everybody's starting to improve themselves and improve the others around them, that just makes a better cohesive group.
Yeah, that's how you make just things better in general. Yep. If you find something good, you share it. It's not like you just keep it.
Yeah,
and you're an asshole if you just fucking keep that secret.
Exactly, you know? And that's part of the stuff that so that's part of growing the gym. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? There's different ways to advertise and do all of that, but like if everybody brings a friend, we've doubled. Right. You know what I mean? Like that's and you like that person. Mm-hmm. It's not just, you know, Cindy from wherever. I don't know who that Cindy is. You know, yeah. Well, you know what? Cindy's a bitch. Okay, she's gonna fuck up my gym. Sure. Okay, but you know, Jane's friend is gonna make my gym better. Right, you know what I mean? Right. I don't want shitty people. Right. Like there are gyms. I don't know if we've ever done that.
I don't think we've ever had in this gym. We're not going to name names, but I don't think we've ever encountered a shitty person.
No, I mean, like everybody's just personalities in some way may clash, but overall, there's literally no hostility. Right. Like everyone says hi, everyone gives each other a high five. Like even if there is something that somebody doesn't like, and that's bound to happen with a group of 80 to 100 people.
Right. That's just people being people.
Exactly. Yeah. Like that'll happen, but like there's never been a fight. We've never kicked anybody out or whatever. But like if you come, I mean, I've kicked people out of the gym that are looking or just sketchy people or shitty people like that I've had to do. Like we had a guy come in one time who he was a big dude. Okay. He was probably 6'3".
This was at our gym?
Yeah, it's at our gym. This guy was super creepo. Okay. He was trying to get all these different people to come, these different like heavier ladies to come into the gym, and he was going to pay for them and sending these weird emails. And he came in and wanted to look at the gym, and this dude was a big dude. He had like from Scary Movie, the strong hand guy with the hair, that kind of hair or whatever, this big, huge belly, this like one side untucked shirt, his pants hanging like khakis hanging down low. Looked like this weird guy. And he's yelling. He's like, "Hey, can I watch the class?" And I like didn't say anything. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. And then he said it again. And I'm like, no, get out or whatever. Cause I mean, there's people in our class wearing exercise clothing, which is more revealing than most clothing.
Right. They're a bit more exposed than normal.
Exactly. And like, especially as a guy in 2019, like I take it pretty serious to not fuck with that sexual boundary and put people in a weird spot and all that other stuff. Like I take that really seriously or whatever, because it can fuck up your whole business. And I don't need somebody feeling uncomfortable and having that sort of situation. So I got that motherfucker out of there. I'm like, get out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no. So like,
that's strange.
Yeah, dude, it was a weird time. It happened really quick, but it was a weird moments of Tuesday. We were all doing that dynamic warm up back and forth.
Huh.
Yeah, a guy wanted to watch. He had two heavier set ladies with him or whatever.
Really?
And dude, it was the weirdest thing.
You would think you would like talk to the coaches first or call ahead and be like, hey, like I'm trying to just scout it out and see. Yeah. Would have given someone a heads up. That's fucking weird.
It was strange. It was very, very strange. We had at one point, or this one person who came through our gym one time who we found out to be a friendly with guys person, whatever, and got paid for those sorts of things, whatever. She was in and out real quick. Really? She did a couple lessons, couple training sessions with one of the coaches at our gym.
And then she got kicked out?
No, she didn't get kicked out or whatever, but we found that out about that person. It was kind of funky.
That's weird.
Then she was gone.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's strange as well.
Just broke that news. I don't think it was.
Damn.
But, yeah. You literally would not know who it was.
Really?
Whatever. Nobody would know who it was, but it was pretty funny.
That's strange as fuck.
Yeah. Actually, you probably might have a mutual friend of the person.
Really? We'll talk.
Yeah, whatever. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm on the moon, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That's really cool. Have you ever played RuneScape?
No, I've never played RuneScape.
I'm like looking at these pictures and I'm like,
man.
RuneScape's fun.
No, I've never played RuneScape.
Oh, that's all right.
I don't, the thing about me in video games, especially if it's not a sports video game, and it's like there's a story,
Yeah.
I get too fucking into it.
Really?
I get too addicted and I want to finish, and I won't like do any other hobbies for like days.
So you were a story mode guy.
Yeah.
I hated every story mode.
Really?
Bro, I don't think I've played a story mode since like the Nintendo 64 Superman game.
Really?
Like not that long ago, but like I literally only bought games to play them online. That's it. Once I got like did you have PlayStation when you were a little PlayStation 2?
I had I think I had PlayStation 2. Is that the black one?
Yeah. Yeah, the box.
Yep.
There used to be a thing because we didn't have my parents were like the last ones to get Wi-Fi in the world. We had to get this box to put on the back of your PlayStation 2 so you could play online.
Right.
Whatever. And we had to run Ethernet, like 50-foot Ethernet cord from the upstairs to the basement, drill a hole in the floor to go downstairs and do all that. Once I got that for Madden or whatever, I literally never played games like story mode, any of that, nothing.
I always wanted to play in like some
always
sort of
competitive,
community.
and now I can't stand it. Can't stand
Really?
any video games.
That's
like-
like RuneScape.
Except RuneScape, because it's not really competitive. It's just like your guy doing your thing and you're in the society.
Just
But
living.
like playing I've been hanging out with my buddy who's been back in town recently. We've been playing NHL. Like that's fun.
That's
Like,
fun.
I like to play that.
I like playing sports games.
Yeah, but like Madden, bro, I can't play Madden anymore. It just makes me so fucking mad.
Why, when you
'Cause-
lose?
Yeah, dude.
You
It
suck,
pisses me
dude.
off because I beat my brother my entire life, and then all of a sudden I stopped playing so much, and then he got really smart with football. He beat me in Madden all the time. Fucking sucked. Yeah, you know.
Sucks losing to your little
Yeah,
brother.
and you know
He's bigger than you.
Hey, that's a fallacy. That is a fallacy.
He's definitely way bigger than you.
Yeah. Okay, Tony, calm yourself. He's a few inches taller than I am. He might be 6'1".
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But he's only like 10 pounds heavier than me.
Really?
Oh yeah, bro. He's like,
Oh.
I mean,
So you both got
Yeah.
the
yeah, we're
you
both
look
skinny
bigger than
kids.
you,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
bigger than you really are type.
He looks like Arab, like
He does.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
yeah. We have that in our ancestry. You know.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah, the ancestry DNA thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm a minority, so I can talk about whatever I want. Middle Eastern.
What are you?
Yeah, Middle Eastern. sort
Middle
of.
Eastern?
Yeah. Then,
What, like Arabic?
dude, I don't know.
there's-
It just says,
just 'cause
it just
there's-
gives you a little graph or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I was just a little bit less Middle Eastern than I was Italian, and I was very Italian, like growing up or whatever. Like that was like Italian culture was like a big thing when I was little. Like,
I bet.
dude, that was like
And then it got even bigger with Jersey Shore.
Hey, bro, I was just about to mention that. Jersey Shore was the shit, bro.
I love
That was
Jersey
the
Shore.
shit. I still remember the
I don't watch the reunions, by the way.
Oh, no,
these ones where they're like older now. I watched.
I watched the first season.
I watched a little bit of the
It was
first season.
incredible, bro.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was quality, super quality.
Still good.
I just watched the one season. My brother watches the
There's like
the
2 or 3
Paulie
of them
and
now.
Vinny
spin-off.
Find Love
Yeah.
thing, whatever.
Yeah.
My brother watches that. That's funny. But yeah, bro, Jersey Shore was a big deal.
Yeah.
A really big deal for us.
Did it like make you proud to be Italian, or were you like, this is the fucking
No, dude, it just made
stupidest
me a
stereotype?
douchebag for
Yeah,
sure.
right.
The whole like, especially because it came out my senior year of I think my senior year of high school, whatever, like 2009,
Oh, that's like
2010.
prime like learning age to be an
Oh,
idiot.
bro, so bad. And then in college, it was Jersey Day on Thursday,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And we would watch that and
Yeah.
get drunk
And then go out.
bro. It was wild.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good time.
We used to throw in college Jersey Shore parties where we'd like
I was the
off the lights.
situation in
yeah.
on Halloween one year, and I thought I had the best abs on campus. I was just a drunk guy in a wife beater. That's all I was, and I threw up on my RA's shoes. It was awesome. That was a good time.
you don't even look like the fucking guy.
No, bro. No. I was just into Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? That's
Right.
it. That's
And you're
it.
Carl Marella.
Yep.
So it's
yep.
like it makes a ton
That's
of
it.
sense.
Yeah. That's when I thought I was strong. I thought I was, really ripped and all that sort of stuff. And then I did CrossFit and realized I was none of those.
Yeah, when you did your first CrossFit class, were you like, holy fuck, like this is this is a new level.
No, I had seen
This is the Matrix.
I'd seen CrossFit though. In
okay.
2012, I remember watching the games in our apartment with some buddies. It was on ESPN. We all picked a different girl or whatever, and I just randomly picked Camille LeBlanc Bazinet, who ended up winning either that year. No, it was 2014. I think she won something like that or whatever. And then I loved her, and I saw her in Highland Park when I got out of school. She went and visited a gym over there, and I met her. It's pretty awesome. My hip touched her hip. So it's pretty cool. But anyways,
My hip touched her hip.
yeah, dude, it was real deal. But I had seen it before,
She's
so
a
I knew what it
good-looking
was.
chick, actually.
Huh?
She's pretty good looking,
Dude,
right?
she's smoking. What are you talking about?
I'd look her up.
Oh yeah,
My favorite's Brooke Wells.
I mean, my favorite's Danny Spiegel. You know who Danny Spiegel is?
No clue. I don't really know the guys.
Well, that's a girl. Danny Spiegel.
Oh, well, that sounds like a
Danielle, I think.
Danny Spiegel?
Yeah. DANISPEEG. She's an attractive woman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Her butt is about the size of my entire body.
That's pretty awesome. Wow, that is a huge butt. Holy fuck.
Bro, she snatches 235.
Shit.
She snatches
how
15.
good is she at CrossFit?
She was the fittest woman in the US for the Open.
This past year?
She won the American Championship. Yeah, she got the American invite, like for the women.
Oh, gotcha.
Like she was the national champion for the United States of America. So
how did
she's
she do
really
in the
fit.
games this year?
She made it in the top 30, I think.
Okay.
40 or 30. I can't remember. So she's one of the top 40 fittest
Is she
people.
better than Brooke Wells?
No.
Brooke Wells is really good.
I think so. I don't know about this year or whatever, but
Brooke Wells has a gigantic ass as well.
yeah, she sure does. She got a big old butt. Big old butt. Yeah,
CrossFit will do
she's
that
cool.
for you, though.
It does, man. We really do. I always say that in classes when we're doing the banded stuff and we do deadlift shit. I'm like, yep, just getting a little rump pump.
Right.
You know, building booties.
I mean, I've noticed, not to be chauvinistic, but I've noticed my ass has grown a lot.
Oh,
since
dude,
doing fun
for
CrossFit.
sure. I used to be pancake booty.
Yeah, me
Before
too.
I started squatting like this and all that, man.
Yeah.
Now I've got the Instagram chick
Right.
butt now a little bit. It's a good thing.
That is a good
It's
thing.
a good thing for sure.
It means you're fucking strong. Yeah.
Butt cheeks. Butt cheeks is powerhouse of the human body, right? The butt cheeks.
Absolutely.
That's what matters.
How the fuck did we get here? What were we talking about? What did I ask you to get to this point?
Something about CrossFit. I don't know,
like
though.
the perception that you're awesome because you do CrossFit.
Oh,
Is that what I asked?
No, no,
I did ask that, but
at some point.
yeah.
Whenever, wasn't it something about the
This is
injuries? Asking about the injuries? Or we passed that?
We passed that a while ago. This is just two fucking stoned guys.
Yeah,
Trying to figure
Tony's
out
a
what
little more
the hell.
stoned than I am.
I'm way more
His
stoned.
tolerance is a little down.
Yeah, well, I don't do this.
It's because you didn't get it from me. You found stuff on the street.
Yeah.
All right. And it was just what you took by yourself.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm just kidding. No, what were we saying?
I don't know.
Because I had, I went, oh man. I don't know.
Now this is going to rack my brain unless I just think of a new thought.
I don't know. How did we get to, why were we looking at girls?
I don't know. We were, because you talked about Camille LeBlanc and your hip touched her. You were telling a story.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, something about, why did I bring that up?
I don't know.
I picked.
It's funny, like how.
Oh no, I'd found, or were we talking about
it's like
my first CrossFit class?
Yes.
Got it. Found it.
Where you?
Yeah. So no, okay. So back to that. My first CrossFit class. It was like October of 2014. I think, yeah, October 2014. I'd seen all CrossFit and I'd seen it. I'd been in a CrossFit gym. I'd been in one in 2010. My cousin did CrossFit, all that sort of stuff. So
you were familiar with
did
it.
the first workout I did it RX'd or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. Like I had double unders. I had all that different stuff. So my first CrossFit class, I was ahead of almost everybody at the gym. I was one of the best people at the gym.
Just
right away.
Wow.
Like that's not saying a ton. There weren't any games athletes at the gym. Let's just say that. I was just a good athlete and had a base of strength and athleticism. And then that week, maybe a week after that, there was their in-house competition, and I came in second in the in-house competition. Whatever. I did a 500 meter row time trial. That was the first thing. I maybe had been on a rower like twice at school. Like, so this is my first real time on the rower trying. I rode a 1:33 500 meter row, whatever, which is not really that fast, but it's definitely not like super slow, whatever. Then you had to rest the remaining time to like 3 minutes or something. Then I did like 40 or 50 unbroken wall balls, and I'd never done a wall ball in my life.
Fuck.
And then after that, we had to do something else. I don't remember. And then I remember the final workout, we had to do 21:15.9. It was thrusters at 1:15, and it might have been burpees over the bar. Or it might have been deadlifts, one of the two. Probably burpees over the bar or whatever. I remember I was beating the best person that was there or whatever, because I did 21 unbroken thrusters. I barely even knew what a thruster was,
Right.
or whatever. I'd done some in my life, but never really did join them unbroken. And then all of a sudden, once that 15 round came around, the end of 15, I was doing like one at a time.
You were so gassed.
Bro, I was done. But I mean, I came into CrossFit like okay at it or whatever, but I wasn't strong. Like I couldn't overhead squat. I remember posting a video. One of my first CrossFit post videos was like doing like a 205 pound overhead squat. But that's like, I can squat, pick that up. Like with one movement, I can pick that up and put it over my head without even needing to squat. Like I can do it with a squat and I can do multiple reps in a row without putting that down. So like, I mean, I'm leaps and bounds ahead of strength from where I was though.
Right.
Like now. So when I came in, I was pretty good.
You're pretty good.
Yeah. I wasn't incredible.
But you weren't like humbled, like right off the bat?
When I did the open, I was.
Oh, that's when.
Because I saw the workout.
The first ever open you ever did.
Yeah, in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2015.
That's
first
when you were
one.
like, oh, fuck.
Fuck, I'm not that good.
Wow.
There was a workout with, it had started with 7 ring muscle ups. And I never was taught a muscle up. I just did them. I did a strict L-sit muscle up as my first muscle up.
Wow.
Okay, for anyone who don't know what it
That's
is,
super difficult.
you hang from the rings and then pull yourself up and then get on top of them. And I did that in an L-sit without ever needing coaching or anything like that. I just did it. But it was
very good baseline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a pretty good baseline of pulling and pushing, upper body pulling, pushing strength. For workout, 7 muscle ups, but you got to swing, so they were easier. 7 muscle ups. It was 50 wall balls, which I had thought I learned I was good at, or I thought I was good at, and then double unders, which I was like, dude, I fucking do double unders every day. I'm going to smash this. And it was like 13 minutes or something like that. I did so poorly. I was failing wall balls. I still remember to this day, the last set of wall balls as I was finishing those up, going through, doing the squats and my legs just cramping, like shaking. Every time I would go boom, boom, my quads just like twitching, and then doing the double unders there and my quads just cramping as I would jump every single time. I was like, and I mean, my score was dog shit. And
that's a horrific feeling when you feel like I remember I've done the games a couple times. I suck, but I've done the games a couple times. And being tired is one thing, but when your body starts to fail on you, that's like a whole new level of horror where you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. And especially when you realize like, hey, I'm not that good. My body's failing and people are doing this at a really high level and they're literally perfectly fine.
Well, I remember the workout that made me go, wow, my body, like I suck. Like this really humbled me was that workout where it was like 16 power clean, or it was like 16 toes to bar, 8 power cleans with 50-pound dumbbells, and then you had to one-legged. What's it called?
Pistols?
Not pistols. Lunges.
Lunges.
Fucking hell. We had to lunge 50 feet with the 2 dumbbells on your back. You remember that one?
Yeah.
That's the one where my legs, I didn't even make it to the muscle ups. My legs were like giving out every like 5 feet. And I would had to keep fucking dropping the dumbbells.
That's tough.
That was rough.
Yeah, that workout was meant to be done dumbbells unbroken and then break up your gymnastics. Yeah.
Right.
I remember doing that. Was actually, I loved that workout. It's so funny you say that. I love that one. That was one I have severe performance anxiety for some reason. I don't actually feel pressure, but then once the clock starts, I turn into a fucking mess and I can't fix it for some reason. But anyways, I remember doing that. I was so cool and chill. I barely warmed up, whatever. That was like my best score from the whole open.
That was like 2-3 years ago, right?
Yeah, it's 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, that was a fun workout. That was cool.
It sucked, man. My legs were dying. And the worst part is like, you have people like, come on, Tony, get up. You can do it. And I'm like, bro, I am trying.
I want to do this, and I want to do this so bad that I'm willing to not walk for the next 4 days because that's what I'm at right now, and I'm still trying. Yeah.
But like you literally, I would like lunge forward and then like try to like get up, and my leg would like fucking shake.
It's a horrible feeling.
It's a horrible feeling.
Man, I'd
rather be really fucking tired.
Yeah.
You know,
of course.
Well,
your legs don't fucking work.
Right.
That's a tough base, right?
Well, anything where it's like my muscles just don't work anymore. That's terrible.
Yeah. And it's so funny. The humbling thing that I was talking about it this morning. I was watching that QB1 show on Netflix. It's about those starting high school quarterbacks that are studs. And I mean, being a football player, there's so like you have this sense of self or whatever, this ego. But man, the way these kids are talking, the one kid's talking, he's like, man, I'm jacked. Talking like this and like kind of serious, but like also kind of not. And you're like as an athletic coach now, and I've also, like I said, I've coached professional athletes, the best Division I, the best high school kids and around this area. And man, those kids are not, like the kids they had in the show are not jacked and are not specimens. They're fucking amazing football players, but weight room wise, if they were to do CrossFit, they would be riding the bench, like not what they're used to. Like those kids, one of the nice things about CrossFit is it does check your ego.
Yeah.
I absolutely had one in high school and college. I thought it was the shit, man. Like going into my first college practice, I thought I was strong. I threw up on the conditioning test. Like I was that bad in that bad of shape. And then I thought it was awesome coming out of college. All this, thought I was strong because I was like, oh man, I've done some Olympic lifting. This CrossFit thing, it's pretty new. And man, I still wasn't strong. Right. Then like I started really comparing myself and really trying against these guys, and I still wasn't that good. I was like, holy fuck.
Well, there's always like someone that's better.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
exactly. I mean, I'm sure people that we know listening to this would be like, he's not bad at CrossFit. Like, you know what I mean? But like compared to a professional,
I remember seeing you at that competition. I forget when it was, maybe a year and a half ago.
The one of Big Shoulders.
Might have been that one.
In Elmhurst with the muscle ups. Yeah.
That one. And I was like, because I was like, man, Carl's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you're obviously one of the better ones at the gym or the best of the gym. So like, man, he's great. Like he's always fucking sprinting out and finishing like way ahead. And then I saw you against those other guys. I was like, oh, there's another level.
Yeah, there's another level. Yeah.
I remember me and Eugene were there. We both looked at each other, and Eugene's a better CrossFitter than me, but we all looked at each other and we're like, we suck. And Carl kind of sucks.
Yeah, that was also, that competition was rough. I had been in Disney World for a week and got the stomach flu. So I couldn't train and I lost like 10 pounds.
Oh my God.
So I came into that and I was like, I hate this.
I remember the funniest thing was you're like, want to see a bitch? Lane, whatever. Carl Marella.
That is the truth.
I think that was the one where you had to do like, it ended with
muscle ups and snatches, or was it the rope climbs?
No, rope climbs and the thrusters, right? You had to do thrusters and then rope climbs.
I definitely said that.
Yeah. You were so mad at yourself by then.
There was nothing I could do for that. I had nothing left in the tank. I mean, I wasn't going to step on the podium, and I didn't want to kill myself. Yeah. And it definitely showed because I've dogged the rope climbs, broke up thrusters that I wouldn't normally break up. And then in the last like 15 seconds, I had to do like there was like some rope climbs to get done. So I just finished them really fast and that was it. Like, and I didn't even finish the workout. And not good. Not good.
Are you able, but you have like a good ability to just like push through the pain, huh? No, you don't think so?
I mean, apparently not good enough, but I mean, there's I like to think so. Yeah. I mean, the aerobic stuff, you just like build up a tolerance to it. Like that's a lot of what the conditioning is. Like with the little class I do on Saturdays, my little EMOM class, it's just building tolerance to breathing. Like that's all you're doing. Like that's the generally, besides strength and skill, like that's what separates people from being good at CrossFit or not or whatever, is how much time they've spent breathing hard. If you spend a lot of time breathing really hard, you're going to get pretty comfortable just breathing hard. It may not be comfortable,
right? But
you get more comfortable with it.
Right.
Like doing like a EMOM where you're doing 20 calorie row, so every minute, on the 1 minute, you'll do 20 calories on the rower, and then the other minute, you'll do 15 burpees, doing that for like 20 minutes. That would wreck most people, but they have the capacity to do that. If I put a gun to their head and said, hey, do 20 calories, hey, do 15 burpees, a lot of people could do that, but keeping it going for that amount of time and just finding your breath, like that, I'm pretty good at that. I like to do that. Like that's
well, I mean, that's the thing though, is like doing that kind of stuff in general, like you should push your fucking self. Like, doing things, because at the end you feel so much fucking better.
Oh yeah, man!
Like the reward at the end is so good, but like nothing is gained if you don't like put yourself in that uncomfortable position. Yeah,
and that's what the style of workouts that we do. That's just what it breeds. Like you don't have a choice.
Well, the thing too is like, and I heard this on Joe Rogan's podcast, it's completely true. But whenever you do something like physically exerting that's hard, like that is your truest self. Like, like, yeah, I fucking bitched out at the end there. I took my foot off the pedal, or it's like, oh no, I went to like full exhaustion and I kept pushing. Like, there's no lying to your fucking self.
That's it. And that's, I mean, that's one of my like cliche things to say at the end of workouts is, like you'll wish you did another rep. Like, just keep going. You'll wish you did one more. You'll wish you did one more. Like, don't stop early, because then you'll just be like, I stopped 12 seconds early. I probably could have done 3 more. Like that sort of thing. Like, and people do that, and like, I'm not mad about it. Like, if you worked out, that's great. But like, to me, that just shows a little lapse in judgment and concentration. Like, hey, just fucking finish through. Like, don't stop 10 seconds early. Like, you don't need to do that. That's just, dumb shit.
And by the end of that, you're like, yeah, I stopped early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, trust me. I've looked at the clock on workouts and been like, yep, we'll call it a 19-minute and 50-second AMRAP. You know what I mean? Right. So, I mean, we've all done that. Everybody has done that or whatever. And you think about it later and you're like, fuck, shouldn't have done that. But, you know,
I mean, but that's the human mindset though. It's like, something gets difficult, your body is like, please shut down.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, but
you can keep going. Like we all have the physical capacity to keep going.
Of course. I mean, every workout that I start, I want to stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
I immediately want to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Immediately.
Maybe one round I'm good, and then I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Exactly. Yeah. You get through the first round, and everybody looks good round one. Like, yeah, they do. And then you start, and you're like, well, I could just not do this, and I'd feel better.
Right.
Like that's
the pain would stop instantly if I just stopped doing this.
Yeah. I mean, there's some things that don't, like if you're going hard on the bike, it won't go away. But like for most things though, if you're just going, whatever, it's easy to stop. Mm-hmm. It's really easy to just not do anything. And I mean, I can tell you right now, for the most part, all top level people, I mean, myself included, like, you definitely want to stop. Mm-hmm. Like if it says 2 rounds, you do 1 and it fucking crushes you. You're like, why are we doing 2?
Right.
I'm good. Right. I'm sweating. My muscles hurt.
Right.
I don't need to do this anymore. And then you just do another one. You know what I mean? Like it's just what you got to do. And you feel fucking good. Feel good. What
do you think? Like the mental benefits, or even probably outweigh the physical benefits when you push through.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's what the barbell I think is really good for. Doing things like that, like doing a set of thrusters, exactly. It's horrible. You got to squat and you got to press. It's fucking terrible. So like if you've got to do, rounds of 10 with something else, and you're in that last round or whatever, and say it's max reps, you could do 10, right? So you get to 10, you hold that bar over your head, and you're like, you're literally having an inner dialogue, like, okay, let's try one more. Mm-hmm. And you bring it down, boom, it's at the top. You're like, holy shit, we fucking did it. You're holding the bar, take a breath, come back down, do that next rep. You're holding it overhead. You're like, whoa, we're at 12. Hey, let's try this. And then you do 13. You're like, I think I'm going to throw up. And you put the bar down, right? Like that's just a fun little fucking battle to play. It's weird. Like it's hard.
I have to play games with myself when I'm doing that, because if I set a number, like let's say the max would be like 10.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to do 10. When I do that 10th, I'm like, okay, I'm putting the bar down. But like if I go, I don't know how many to do. Let's see.
Let's try.
Yeah, let's try.
It's scary too, man. It's really scary. And that's where I think it's really good when you're holding something overhead for that, whatever. Cause like the only way to get it back up overhead is exert more energy than holding it overhead. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if I'm doing a clean and jerk and I've got to do 12 of them and I'm on rep 9, do I put it down, or do I see like it's a light enough weight or whatever? You're just breathing hard. Like you literally, it feels like you're talking to yourself forever, and it's literally like fractions of a second,
right?
Whatever. But you're making a decision like, am I going to fail this? You know for a fact you are not. Your body will not physically collapse from doing another rep, but you're just holding it there like, oh, fuck.
Right.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then you just do another one, and then you're in the same spot again. Like, holy shit, I kind of fucking did this.
That's funny though. You say like that conversation you're having feels like a
minute,
it's
so long.
It's a fraction of a second. You're like, am I going to stop?
Right. So think about how long that second feels, right? And then once you put that bar down, how quickly 30 seconds disappears. Right.
Yeah, right.
That's
absolutely
the real mind fuck is
when you put it down, you're like, okay, I'll take a breath. And then you look up and you're like, oh, it's been 20 to 30 seconds and I'm still not any closer to picking up this fucking bar.
That's why it's better to hold, like do those. That's what you're saying, that mental thing. Like that's where it's really a fucking fun game.
Yeah.
Like that's the cool adaptation you can make and apply to your daily life as far as fitness goes. And that's what
that's the thing that, like you can use that in your life to like push.
And that's what people talk about.
Difficult things.
But the problem is most people don't get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most people don't possess that ability. Like people who, like, especially women that come up to me and say, hey, I'm going to build this much, I'm going to build too much muscle. And I'm like, generally I'm like, hey, look at me. Okay. What do I look like? They're like, oh, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, it took 5 years of fucking killing myself to even get close to this. And I've got 1,000 times the testosterone you have.
Right.
So like, if you somehow possess the ability to outwork me and do all of that other stuff, I'll hire you as my coach. Mm-hmm. Like that's my line to people all the time or whatever. If you come to me and tell me that, hey, I don't want to get like I said, especially mostly women, I don't want to get bulky. Am I going to put on muscle, my arms, my legs, whatever? And I'm like, if you do that
in this amount of time,
I will hire you to train me because I do this for a living.
Right.
And I still cannot get to what I want. So you just bear with me.
I would say like bringing up that point that you brought up earlier about like most people don't push through. Like I would say like the majority of the world, maybe like I'll throw a number out, like 80-90% of the world doesn't ever even get to that place where they have to push that hard.
No, man. No,
like,
that's
mentally. Most people are, that's human nature, right? You just want to be comfortable with what you do.
Dude, that's something that eats at me for the fitness industry or whatever, is that most people that you're following do not work that hard. Like the Instagram girls and the Instagram guys and all these other people, these whatever the fucks, like
they're doing sculpting workouts.
And you know, like that's its own thing, but you're not going to that mental space, that challenging space that you do with a CrossFit workout or that sort of stuff. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. It just bugs the shit out of me that people sell their different whatevers and they just don't hit that. They don't live that toughness lifestyle, or that ability to endure in the way that, like CrossFit kind of just pushes you, you know, like that's the thing that separates CrossFit from most things.
Yeah. I would say that the two biggest benefits I got are like building up strength, like core and like leg strength, but then the mental capacity to like, be like, all right, I know that's going to suck, and I'm probably going to pick that up and go, yep, I'm never doing this again, and then I finish.
Yeah, and honestly, this is not me virtue signaling like a fucking loser or whatever. I'm just genuinely saying this. Like most like dad-aged guys, okay, this would be like people in their late 30s going into their 40s and stuff, are the biggest pussies on the planet. Okay, and women at that age are so much more motivated and whatever to like work out and change themselves. Like it's.
Why do you think that is?
Dude, I don't know, man. It's a very weird thing. I cannot imagine or whatever, if I were to go into a gym, and this is absolutely sexist, by the way. I can't imagine going into a gym and my wife lifting more than me in a workout.
Right.
I will fucking die before that would ever happen or whatever. And like, I don't know if I've ever seen that. I genuinely don't know, but I'm sure that's happened or whatever. And like, to me, I'm like,
I'm sure like whoever hooks up with Rick Wells might have a problem.
Well, okay. Those exceptions. I'm talking normal moms that come in, normal ladies that come in or whatever are absolutely tougher and stronger than a lot of their husbands.
I bet.
And like a lot of husbands are scared away or whatever because they see the workouts that their wife does, and they're like, yeah, fuck that. I don't want to work that hard. And the ladies want to come in and do that shit, dude. It's a really weird thing, and I do not understand it.
I feel like maybe ladies at that age get like kind of like a second wind, and they're like,
maybe,
you know, I've had kids, and you're like, now I'm gonna like,
I want to make a change.
I
want
to do something. Yeah, like there's something physical that happened, like their body's changing in the wrong ways, and they're like, fuck it. Or guys are like, whatever. I got dad bod, right? Like, I feel like that's the general consensus with dads. They're like, I'd rather just hang out.
That is like, to me, that is a fucking horrifying thought to be like a dad bod guy when I have kids. Yeah. Whatever. So my wife and I are going to be trying to have kids at least in the next like year or so, and year and a half, whatever. There's no timetable on it. But like, it'll happen. I just want to be fucking awesome. Like I want to be like the other, like all the other kids are gonna be like, man, look at Carl Jr.'s dad. Look at him. Like, shit. Like, man, like that to me, that's like, that makes me like smile. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know how people like the dads out there could be like not trying to be at that level. Like, you know what I mean?
I think
like,
you just stop caring.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
I think you just stop caring about like, yourself physically.
For me, that's hard. Like, that's hard. And like, again, it is my job and my profession. So like, I can totally empathize with why people don't work out, and I get it. Or whatever, people are busy and doing whatever the fuck. But like, golly, man, I don't know how you could just not do something.
A lot of people find that they're just too busy, or they'll say they're too busy. So they just won't.
Well, that's it. That's I mean, 100%. I mean, I'd say I talk to people almost every day, trying to convince them to work out or whatever. And busy is the main thing. And it's like, I mean, if I travel, I'll do 100 burpees, I'll rest 2 minutes, and then I'll do another 100 burpees. My chest is sore for 3 days. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that fucking complicated or whatever, but, you know, that's a tangent.
100 burpees. That's gross.
I did at the CrossFit Games. Of course, ironically enough, I didn't go work out one of the days last year. Didn't work out like in a gym or whatever, so I just worked out in the hotel room, did 100 burpees, rest 2 minutes, 100 burpees.
Oh, my God.
It took me like 12 minutes, in and out. Done.
You were feeling good by the end of it.
I felt really nice, man. Good chest pump. My arms felt kind of jacked.
That high you feel, though, like once the workout's over and you're like, okay, I can finally catch my breath. Oh, that high you feel is like,
hey, wow, muscles are feeling good. Get a little pump in there.
Right.
Like, I did some rope climbs and GHD sit-ups the other day or whatever. I got done. I'm like, I look like fucking Thor. Like fucking, what's his name? Was Chris Hemsworth? Chris Hemsworth. Fuck that guy. I'm more jacked on these steroids.
I bet. He probably is taking a shit ton of steroids.
Why would you not, dude?
I mean, that you're getting paid to be big.
Yeah, bro. It's not like that shit's illegal either.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can get a TRT card like you can a fucking weed card.
Well, I remember I don't know if do you watch UFC?
No, I don't watch the UFC.
So they banned it now, but for a while there were a lot of fighters using TRT, and they had to like ban it.
Oh, they can't use that as like an exemption
that exemption went away because there were like all these guys that were doing it, and there were like a lot of fighters that were doing it that were getting the TRT exemption, claiming they had low T.
Yeah,
they had abused steroids in the earlier in their life.
So their stuff was really low.
Yeah. So I was like, bro, you did that to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to ban that.
That's kind of how you can fuck up the test too. If you kind of give yourself a little exogenous testosterone, ramp it up, and then go into the doctor. Hey man, I don't know, feeling kind of lame.
How late into your life can you have like pretty good testosterone? Do you know?
I mean,
or is it just different for everyone?
Dude, I don't know, man. I never worry about that because like the thing that I've always been told is if you wake up and you're hard, you're good. Like if that happens or if that doesn't happen, especially for like some days in a row, you got a problem. Like that's really it. Like if you wake up with a woody, you're good to go.
Do you wake up with a woody because you have to pee?
No, I think it's genuinely testosterone.
Really?
Like it's genuine testosterone.
But I have to pee too. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, it's because you're saying.
I'm like, is it just filled with water right now? What's going on?
No, bro, I don't know. Got a little testosterone in there. Yeah. At least that's what I think it is.
Probably is.
I'm not a doctor, but I know more than your doctor.
You know more about fitness than your doctor.
But I definitely do not know enough about erectile dysfunction. But no, man, that's definitely testosterone. That's definitely testosterone.
I would assume.
It's got to be. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck else it could be.
All right. Well, we're at 4:00 here.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So 4:01.
Apple
So
time.
we can try to wrap this up here.
Wrap it up.
I always end the podcast by letting you plug whatever the fuck you want to plug. So.
I don't. Well, first off, the gym is CrossFit Des Plaines that I go to.
Yep.
It's just CrossFitDesPlaines.com.
Yep.
And then my Instagram is my name, CarlMarella. There's no capitals, no spaces, none of that. I really don't post much, but I definitely do put a lot of content on my IG story. So if you do want to follow that,
you got hot takes on there.
Oh, big hot takes. Thursdays are good days for hot takes. Whatever. Yeah. It's a good day. I take my rest day on Thursday, so I get to scramble the brain a little bit.
Do you rest on Sundays as well?
Oh yeah.
So
Actually, I work out with my dad on Sundays. I do like a 20-minute, like just move around.
Thursday, you don't do shit.
I stretch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll do like a 40-minute at-home yoga thing. Whatever, I'll stretch. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Well, we'll have to do this again sometime.
Definitely. It's a good time.
Fucking high as hell.
Hey.
Thanks.
We had a good time.
Yep.
See ya.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Jen.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Henno. We're three friends that talk about mental health, wellness, and our lives.
Through articles and tips, we share what has worked for us on our paths overcoming depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, alcoholism, and addiction.
Come join us on our journey. You can find us anywhere you listen to your podcast. Just search for The Crazy Life. Remember, wiggle your toes and just keep breathing.